rapper. What's his name?
That one fat rapper.
The one that
Biz
died.
Como
Markie,
Ma. Uh, uh,
the Fat
I
Boys.
lived in Spanish Harlem when that song came out. 116 at first. I didn't even know what Boricuas were, Puerto Ricans. And that Puerto Rican Day Parade came around.
All right,
and
what do
these
you think?
damn-
Should I take a chance?
Yeah, take a chance.
Let me go to
Put your
settings.
banner up.
Hang on. Yeah, let me do this. Hey, what do we call you? Ray?
I was just trying to learn things about life, and I was trying to understand what's going on here. I
Oh,
heard
well,
you
so
talking.
are we. Do you know Latin Pain? Is he with you?
Well, no, I don't know anyone on here. I'm a hunter.
Oh, okay.
I hunt deer. So I saw the deer antlers on your head. So
Oh,
I went.
okay. Well,
Yeah, 'cause
are
I
you here to
hunt.
hunt?
No, I'm not here to hunt, but I do hunt in real life. White people
Okay.
and Spanish people. I don't like.
Do you believe that he killed a bear?
Did he just say he hunts white people?
I know how to build a bear. I don't like Spanish people. I'm sorry. I don't know him, but I don't. I'm sorry for being because I'm from New York and Spanish people be hurting us.
You don't
I
like
just don't.
midlife bro logic?
He said Spanish. I'm not
It's
Spanish.
it's just my city, man. They be. I mean, they coming from Venezuela. They jumping up. They mean. Hispanics come to New York. They killing us in New York. Like we dying every day.
You gotta vote for
Everyone's
Trump.
different.
Gotta vote for Trump, dude.
Anybody can help me. Like, what should I do? Like, I'm in a shelter. I got a girl from Venezuela with 3 baby daddies and 6 kids.
Are
That's
you
what you have?
streaming from the shelter?
Yeah, in New York.
base.
Well, I lived in a hotel, but they turned the hotel over.
Are you
What is
obviously,
going on?
are you legal or you're an immigrant, correct?
Yes.
Is it?
And
Are you
I-
an illegal or
I
illegal?
came here I'm trying to be legal, but it's like I gotta get to be legal. You gotta get like 3 people, or you gotta have like three siblings, or you gotta have 2 parents. So I'm trying to get my brothers and sisters here on a boat.
Oh,
Like if
What?
enough
You
of your
guys-
family comes over, you get to stay.
Dude,
Yeah,
this guy's all over the place.
That doesn't seem.
First off, this guy's American. Second off, he said he doesn't like Latin people,
is
and
he
now all of a sudden
trolling?
you
Is
guys
this a
think he's an
troll?
illegal alien. Like, bro,
Okay, hang on. We have another one too. I'm gonna give Latin Pain a try. We got 2 in one night. All right,
Well,
Latin. What's your
damn,
story?
son, that shit hurt, bro.
What hurt?
That shit hurt. I thought you was nice little white people and you dissing the Puerto Ricans.
No,
Damn.
I like Puerto Ricans. I like
You know what
everybody.
I'm saying? This dude said, "Who's the fat guy?" Damn, his name is Big Pun, you dweeb. You know what I'm
thanks. That is-
saying?
thank
A
you.
whole dork. Why you say it like that, bro? What a Puerto Rican never did to you? You must have been scared when you was living in Harlem.
I thought he was Puerto Rican. When
I am
first
Puerto
met him.
Rican.
No, midlife. Sorry.
He is not no Boricua, son. We are not that corny. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Good
saying?
point.
We is not
Yeah,
that
good point.
corny. You sounded racist as hell. I was just saying hi. You had mad disdain in your voice. That was disgusting.
You know what
heard?
the Puerto
Jeez,
Ricans do.
that
You
was
know it.
disgusting. Come on, man. Keep it real, son. That was disgusting.
You can't even speak
Disgusting.
Spanish.
You should be ashamed of yourself, man.
You should be ashamed
You
of
know what I'm
yourself.
saying?
Call
You should be
yourself Puerto
ashamed of
Rican.
yourself, man.
All you
You
call
sound like the
yourself-
Aryan Nation or some shit like that when you was talking about
You
us Puerto Ricans, man.
should be
That
ashamed
was
of
mad
yourself.
nasty. We try to give
You
white folks a chance. This
can't
what you
even
do?
speak Spanish.
This how
can't
you
even speak
represent your
Spanish.
people?
You can't even speak
Thousands
I'm
of
not
Spanish.
years
white.
later.
He's not my
Thousands of
people.
years
He's not
later.
my people. I
Thousands
don't
of
think
years
Freak's
later.
white. Jess
huh?
is the only white person on the show.
You guys LGBT?
He's B. No, I mean
I'm not mad. You
I'm
could be
G.
LGBT. I'm not mad.
I
I'm
think
D.
I'm
You
the
heard?
only one.
I'm just
the only-
asking to know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? You
You
heard?
got one. I think
YMCA.
everybody. I can't speak for everybody else, but I'm pretty sure they're.
But why you had so much disdain in your voice for Puerto Ricans, though? That's what I'm asking you.
You asking
First
me
off,
that?
you're not even Puerto Rican. You can't
That
even
I'm
speak Spanish.
Boricua on a whole set, 100%.
You know like 3 words in Spanish, bro.
I'll
You don't
slap
even
your
speak your own
mustache
language.
off. Why you
You
had
don't
so
even
much
know your own
disdain
language.
for Puerto Ricans, son?
Learn Spanish and come
You
back to
sounded
me.
disgusting. Yo, even the chat, everybody's heard you, son. Now, unless they just like that, racist like you know what I'm saying, that they cool with you. You know what I'm saying? But
I couldn't
anybody
even
who
tell
got a
what he was
good heart,
saying.
any good person heard that shit, you a piece of shit for that, son.
Okay,
And you
thanks.
probably mad swat in real life. I would slap you
right.
and take all your shit.
All right,
What
you
did he
got it. You
say?
got it out of your system.
Typical Puerto
That's-
Rican's gonna
that's
rob me,
cool.
beat me
Oh.
up. That's how they go.
That's how
What
they
did
go.
you say? I didn't catch it, man. What did you say that he? You, no.
Listen,
I
I
didn't
used to
catch it
live.
either. We're probably all racist.
I lived where the most Puerto Ricans in the world are, which is not Puerto Rico. It's in New York. It's actually in East Harlem. And that's where I lived. And I am a doofy white guy. But you have to understand, like, I moved to New York and I didn't even understand like what was going on. And they had this Puerto Rican Day parade. And it's like pandemonium, it's mayhem. They drive up and down the streets honking their horns like all night.
Fun.
They're just, you wake up one day, you're trying to catch a train, and it's just like wall-to-wall Puerto Ricans with this horrible salsa music. The Tito Puente Way is on 110th Street. I was on 116th Street, and it's just like yeah, and it's just it's a bit overwhelming. Plus, they're all
You sound
criminals.
racist.
They're all criminals, and they just like they're up
What
to
if
no
it was
good
a
at all
parade of
times.
black people? Would you
All
feel the same way?
criminals.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, I don't know. That's just
You
true.
know that guy?
Who? I don't know.
All right.
I don't want to know. He's gonna beat me up
No,
if he finds
those
me.
were new. I don't think they've ever been here, and may not ever be again.
Jeff's like, Jessica's the only white person.
For free, I don't. You're like what? What are you? You're not white.
Pretty
I'm
white.
Oh, you are white.
I don't know my
Okay.
dad,
Yeah,
so
but
I
yeah,
could.
I don't know who's
Yeah,
white
white.
anymore, or who's male or female or anything. Who's autistic, Spurg, normal.
I'm pretty much a
All of
Mediterranean
reality
mutt.
is collapsing. Were you pretty much what?
Mediterranean mutt.
Oh, see, I didn't count that as white. That's what I was. When I said you weren't white, that's what I meant. It wasn't like white.
I'm pretty much white.
It was brown white or beige white.
I mean, I could get a tan, but I'm not pasty white. But if I'm in jail, I'm definitely a wood.
Oh, okay.
What?
Better.
I don't know. If I was in jail, I definitely would. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I would be a wood. Like that's what they call white people in jail. Wood.
I've never been
Why?
in jail.
I don't know.
That's
It's a good
weird.
question.
Were you in jail? Do you know that from experience?
Yeah, I was in jail.
For
What
what?
did
A couple of false accusations, and got put in jail until my court date a couple times, county, and then got released. So it was nothing, but you have to go through the BS.
So this was more than once.
Yeah, it happened twice.
And the
Well, wait,
case was dropped both times.
maybe 3 times. The
Maybe
one time was
times.
because
What?
time was because I was a harm to myself, but
Oh,
that
it
wasn't-
was
that
like
wasn't
mental
anyone's
health
fault.
accusations.
so that wasn't anyone else's fault.
Oh, well, that's not jail. That's just 5150.
Sometimes, depending on where you live, sometimes it can.
Sometimes they put you in jail.
Well, yeah, because my sister, it's a long story, but basically she had a restraining order on me in my own condo, and then she said
Oh.
she had it quashed, but then she drops dead in my bedroom, and I do CPR, but I still had the restraining order, and they had to take me to jail. So,
Oh, that's
Whoa,
right. I
whoa.
remember you telling that
Wait a
story.
minute. What? What happened? Say this again.
Yeah.
I didn't know this either.
Anyway, she had a restraining order on me. She ended up having a heart attack. So I did CPR and had the ambulance. They all came. She's okay now, but I had to go to jail because there was still a warrant that she said she had quashed. Not a warrant, but a restraining order.
So it's just like a technicality.
Kind of, yeah. But I mean, there was other priors to that.
And this
too,
was your
we heard
sister,
of.
you said?
Yeah.
Wow.
Your sister had a restraining order against you? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
So you can't even help someone with CPR if you have a restraining order? Don't
Well, you
even
should
try to
not.
save them?
You're not supposed
No,
to
I
be
should
there,
have been,
Jeff.
Right. But she told me she had it quashed so I could come back or whatever. Because at the time I think I was living in my store. And Yeah, it was just messy. But yeah, I've been to jail county a couple times. Nothing major.
Well, at least it's not as bad as if it was like a girlfriend or a wife for some. You know, it's like
Just the
it's
sister.
it just feels
Yeah, just my
from
yeah.
the
I don't
outside.
know. I don't want to. It's all bad on that side of my family, so
Oh, it sounds.
yeah, it's pretty bad. So I mean, I can depress everyone, but why do that?
I was
Yeah.
actually
So you
thinking
didn't know that Latin guy? He's like, I thought it sounded like you guys knew each other the way you were going back and forth.
No, that's just how Puerto
I
Ricans
think he
talk.
just wanted to come up and vent a little bit.
I don't
He
know where
probably
they came
doesn't
from.
get to tell white people off at what he thinks about them.
Well, I mean, the truth is, I was maybe a little bit over the top.
Were you dog
Right.
whistling? Because nothing you said meant anything to me, but it sure got Deb riled up.
Well, yeah, that's how they are, man. But I've been to Puerto Rico twice. It's great. You should go. You ever been?
Does
No,
that
I-
count as leaving the United States?
No, you don't even need a passport.
So the same laws that apply here apply there. I don't have to learn new laws,
No,
new
same
strange customs.
same cell phones, same banks.
Oh wow, okay.
Most of them
same
speak
Walmarts,
English.
everything.
Yeah, they use the
Applebee's.
dollar. It's just like America with a bunch of Puerto Ricans, but they're listen. There's a difference between the New Yorkers and the real Puerto Ricans. The ones from the island are not like the ones born in New York. They're totally different. I'm telling you. And just between you and me, I like the ones from the island better.
I had a feeling you would. I got that
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah. So
I judge people by individuals. That's why when he was talking about the Spanish people are all this and that, I got tired of that.
yeah,
pretty
he wants to
quickly.
beat me up. I mean, bro, like, do you see what I mean? He's just proving my
But
point.
you were kind of doing it too. But I guess your white privilege gets you a pass.
I think that movie with him and the black girls and the thing gives him a free pass.
Oh, thanks. I tried to make Jeff watch my movie, but he won't.
I keep
so.
forgetting. You can see what a priority it is.
I've got Thanks for there. It is again. Another diss.
No,
Another.
I'm
you
being
just like to
honest.
keep me in the know.
Hey, transparency creates trust.
Like, I know where your priority is, but you just like rubbing my nose in this shit just to remind me.
No,
That you
that's
don't give a shit that I'm a world famous actor.
It's over dramatizing it. I don't know if it's content production or if you really are that sensitive.
Listen, I got 2 new parts coming out in the movie. I'm in a movie with a famous Jess Hilarious. You ever heard of that one?
Never heard of her.
She's on the Breakfast Club.
But
She's
you
kinda
have
famous.
that you're an artist, that ego, that creative ego, that sensitivity, and
He's not bad. He's got
Thanks,
potential.
Thanks, the freak. See that?
in fact, you would be if you weren't straight. You would be totally gay. You have the gay psyche.
What's the gay psyche?
What I just said. You're like artsy and creative, and you have that.
Gays are artsy and creative. I don't.
A lot of them are, yes. A lot of them are.
I don't know about
And
that.
they have that like creative ego that artists have,
I don't know about all
and
that.
that sensitivity.
I think
It's almost like
creative enough
a
too.
creative narcissism.
There's one thing I do like about, like, if I had to be gay, like, bro, like that just wall to wall sex just sounds great. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Jeff.
It is.
Compared to, like, when you turn 18 and you're like a gay dude and you're in like a city, you're just like getting it on all the time. But when I was like 18 in a city, I was just like a total dork, like struggling to get some cooch. It's kind of a rough go at it sometimes.
That's definitely rough. 18 to 21, you got no money. You can't go back to your old high school girlfriend because that's too young, and you're sitting there and you're stuck.
Yeah, like,
You can't drink.
I mean, that's not even the problem. That was mainly a problem. Like, once I could drink, then I would just like go get drunk all the time, which is like even worse. Like, how is this effective? It was like even worse, and I would just mask my not getting laid with drunkenness. It's like so awful, really. But
Yeah, it's
one
tough
way or
age.
another.
You sound miserable and depressed.
Well, I'm
You
thinking
always sound
back to all the coochie that I should have been getting when I was younger, and
That
it
frustrates
it frustrates me retroactively.
Did you get some though?
Yeah, I mean, I was married. I got some shorties here and there,
So
definitely,
polite. Did you get some though?
definitely, but not like not like I want, not like a gay dude. I mean, have you? Come on, Jeff. Let's do a confession.
I wasn't a hoe. I was I had
Yeah,
plenty. I was the
no,
minority though.
you're
Like
a
I'm not
girl.
gonna lie. Most
Bro,
gay
you're
people
such a
are what you
girl. All
described.
girls and sluts say they're not hoes. That you just that's a hotel.
I was not. I was monogamous. I wanted the boyfriend. I wanted
Please
the straight life.
listen. You know you went to those fucking
I've
bathhouses.
never been to a bathhouse.
glory holes,
Never
bathhouse.
been to a glory hole,
I
a
don't believe it.
bathhouse. I went and I accidentally ended up in one of those little back rooms at a bar in New Orleans.
Accidentally, my
one
ass.
time because I was following my friend and he
Sure.
went in and I was just following him. I didn't know it was a forbidden.
Yeah, you were
place.
following because he had his hand on your dick and he was like walking you.
No, no, we were friends.
But
I'm not slut. I don't slut shame. I was just saying I'm not one of. I don't care if someone's a slut. I just was not one. I did have my slut phases. Like little
Exactly.
periods of, but not. They were very brief.
What's that all about? Let's talk about that.
I gotcha. I
Let's
was about
talk
to
about
say
it.
that.
That's just not.
Meat leash.
Just I think that was like around the time when AOL and Craigslist and all that came out. So it became very. You didn't have to go to the bar and try to coax it out of people anymore.
You were getting poo-tang off of AOL chat rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Because you could just have you could.
I know what you're talking
direct
about.
Conversation, just cut through all the noise and just communicate directly about what y'all are
So-
looking for.
so
And
what's the
you couldn't really
definition?
do that at a bar in person.
What's the definition of a slut, Jeff?
I'd say somebody that's promiscuous that has a lot of sexual partners.
What's a lot?
I don't know.
That's a good
To
question.
me, I'm monogamous, so anybody that's not
Yeah,
monogamous
no,
is a slut.
okay, well,
But I guess now you could have polycules that are kind of more or less faithful.
polycules?
Yeah, like Lib had. Remember?
Like what?
Lib, he had the. I know I'm not going to get their genders right, but he had the girlfriend. But the girlfriend had a boyfriend who had a girlfriend, and they all lived in
Sure.
the same house as one unit.
I mean,
but
it
they
kinda
weren't
sounds
all
cool in a
connected.
way, honestly.
But some of them were connected to each other.
It kind of
Sounds
sounds
like
cool
some
in a way.
Destiny something.
The what?
Sounds like a Destiny guy or something.
Oh, did he have a polycule too?
I don't know, something weird.
And then his wife was banging dudes, and he was like aware.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I mean, if he like, did he just?
If you're married, it's like, you know,
I mean, did he just accept it, or like, what's more weird? If he knew about it and let it happen, or if he knew about it, liked it, and sat in the corner and jerked off when his wife is getting banged out? Like, what's more weird? I guess.
think if it's just that he
Like
went
if he
outside
let
of
it
marriage,
happen
it's
and
pretty
sit at the
weird.
other room, or let it happen and stayed in the room. But you're saying he didn't know about it in advance. Like they
I'm
weren't.
not
They didn't
sure.
have an
I think he
arrangement. It
divorced
wasn't an open relationship.
They got divorced. It was like a secret. She was banging other dudes, but I it kind of seems like she just wanted side dudes and talked him into it. And I don't know what is he's like a popular YouTuber or some shit.
Yeah, I don't care for him at all. After that
I
Trump
don't either.
assassination, he just disgusted me.
And he got the way he got his wife was by she cheated on her boyfriend with him. So I mean, kind of, you know, karma if you want to call it that or whatever.
But wasn't she really hot?
I don't know.
Isn't Destiny a fat turd? Hold on, what does he look like?
I don't think so, but
He has blue hair. Sometimes.
I mean, he's got blue
He's
hair.
short.
Sounds like a lesbian right off the bat. Well,
he's
got
a
blue- I
very
mean,
angry leftist.
what kind of
Very
chick?
hostile.
Like,
And
Listen,
he's
look.
a hoe. Destiny is the hoe of
Is he?
these
Oh,
two.
yo.
oh,
Yeah, he a hoe.
I thought the young turd's nephew was, but this guy I could see. What do you think it's like having sex with this guy? Like as a
pretty
woman,
bad. Pretty
Which guy are we at
disappointing.
now?
Destiny with blue hair.
I don't know. I don't understand it.
What do you think he like? How does
I
he?
never
What's his
claimed
fitting?
to be transgender. I'm the one that keeps telling people I scored a 12 on politeness on my Big 5 test, and I don't know why people think I'm so nice.
What do we think his finishing move is?
The Joe Biden
What is that?
just fell asleep.
Fall asleep, smell some hair, and don't bust a nut.
Joe Biden with a blue streak.
All right. Does anybody know Max Vision? And Max, can you flash your camera so I know who you
I don't.
pretend
I
you
know Myth
no.
Vision.
Destiny's wife was hot. Like, oh wow.
Yep.
No.
You know what she ended up doing, dude? They got
Okay.
married, whatever. He paid like $200,000 of taxes for her in some other country because she was an American, and then she
Yeah.
divorced him and left.
She's hot, man. Hot girls can do whatever they want.
She slept with Darius,
Who's that?
a fucking gross 28-year-old man who's on Kick, and he does like he's just
What's his name?
he's Darius. He's gross. And he's an orbiter of destiny. Ugh.
The Manosphere guy.
Darius. I don't think he's Manosphere. No, he dated what's her name, Sneako's girlfriend.
Oh,
Fuck.
you know Max? Okay. Well, if he
Who
flashes
is
his
that?
camera, he can come up.
That crazy lady. who
Oh yeah,
sleep
Jess,
with
your mic
Darius.
is doing that thing again. You
Oh, I'm sorry.
fixed it the other day. Whatever you did, fixed it.
So, Jeff, are you getting lots of poontang off of your YouTube fame and celebrity?
No, I'm not even getting YouTube fame and celebrity.
Bro, you're a big shot. You're a rising star. Your numbers are up. You're looking good, man. You know, pretty soon, little twinks are going to be throwing their bussy holes at you. How you going to react to that?
Stop it.
What? This is good. This is what your fans want to know. What kind of a dude are you looking
Are
for?
you trying to sabotage my channel?
No. We want to know what kind of
This is
man you
Howard
want.
Stern.
Find a picture of a man that you like. That's good content.
Oh, like
There you
physical
go.
type?
Yeah, like just find a
I'd have to
picture of a
think
dude.
one. I had
Let's go.
I named a celebrity crush the other day, but I forgot who it was. It was some
And
new
nothing
person
like-
I discovered.
Nothing like what Mid Bro would show. All those man pictures were just gross, dude.
Dude,
You talking about
hold
like
on.
with the bear fur and the rabbit dick?
First off, DeFreak, my name is Midlife Bro Logic. See, Jeff, you start calling my name wrong, and now DeFreak's calling me the wrong name.
I'm sorry,
You're
what did I say?
influence.
Oh, I guess say
You
I'm
said
an
the same thing Jeff said,
influencer
Mid
after all.
Bro. It's Barney, Barnabas, Midlife Bro Logic, or Bro Logic, or Midlife. But Mid Bro, it just sounds so bad. It's fine. I know it was an accident.
Alright.
But when Jeff does it, he does it on purpose and pretends.
But I've been doing
Pretends
it
like it's
since
an
I
accident.
met. It's not like this is nothing new. Like all of a sudden you're reacting to something that's I've been
I
doing.
fed
You
up.
know what you,
I'm
you know
fed
what you
up.
should do?
It took you this. That's what I associate with like a woman, that they would let it build up, and then you hear about it 6 months later, but it was eating at them the whole time.
Yeah, well, because I wanted to, give you a chance.
6 months.
I
Max,
didn't
can
want
you flash your cam?
I didn't want to
You don't
cause a
have the cam
problem.
on stream.
Didn't want to cause a problem. I was trying to be nice. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
And now you just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore.
Well,
Jeff, you
He's not-
need to check out. You need to check out
that's
that
on
scene
you.
of his.
Communication's a two-way street. Do what, freak?
You need to see that movie scene of his where he's in the car with the girl and he's yelling at her and stuff.
Oh,
Then
you
you'll
actually
respect
watched it. Do you have the? I watched that scene. Did you have?
Yeah, he made us watch the stuff, but I liked it.
He made you watch it.
What scene do you want to see, the freak?
Were
Which
you
one?
yelling at some girl in a car?
When you're in
I
the
want to see if
car
it
and
matches how
you're
you
like the
yell. on
gangster,
camera.
and you're
In the
bossing her, you're like yelling at her. Maybe you were in the car and then you got into the tree.
I don't know about the tree. I mean, I got some here. Let me look.
Or maybe it was the one where you were in the woods with the girl and then some other dude pulls up and. But there was also one you were in the car and you were like a cop or something.
Oh yeah, okay, I know that one.
All right. I think I'm gonna give Max a try, but he's being vouched for. Oh, he looks like a pro. He has a.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You know Max?
Well, I think he's one Manosphere guy or something.
He's not gonna porn bomb me, right?
Uh,
He says no,
What?
but that's what a porn
Probably
bomber would
not,
say.
you know.
What's up,
I don't-
Max?
Hey, how you doing? No, I won't porn bomb you.
All right. Is your channel Max Vision? Is that who-
Yeah. You can look at my content and stuff.
Let's see.
I just finished a show a little while ago.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. I'll pull your channel up and subscribe. What's up?
Oh no, actually, I left a comment about what I was wanting to talk about in your chat there. Do you mind if I take this down? I'm not really in a good position for the camera. So, I actually just wanted to say hi. I've never seen your channel before. I met you through the Freak. So, just hello. I was interested in talking about the internet and showing some surprising things about that.
What's on your mind?
Well, a lot of people don't know that we are actually part of the internet. And I have documents that show that. It's fun. It's kind of exciting.
Oh,
What do you mean part of like we participate in it?
Well, they channel signals through your body.
Okay, this freak.
The Freak, yeah, it's all his fault. I do know
Freak, you
Crystal
take
Shaman
this
and
one.
Manel too. They're very good friends of mine on the internet.
So, like right now, signals are being channeled through my body.
Yeah, actually, yeah. At this moment, probably. It's pretty sick.
Midbro, what are you? God, sorry. Mid Logic, what are you up to back here?
I mean, should we? Are we just gonna run away from what Max said and pretend like he didn't say it? Or are we gonna address it?
It's like with the pronouns. It's like a learning thing.
He sounds
I
crazy.
don't need a big struggle session behind it every time.
No, Max, is the Earth flat or a sphere?
no.
Oblate spheroid.
What is it, Max?
Well, the ancient texts write that it's a ball, a sphere.
What do you say?
I do know there's a curve. I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger than they're telling us.
But it is round.
Possibly. Could be so big it's almost flat.
So it's flat.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Is
That's
this
fair.
your car
That's fair.
scene? I'm worried it's going to be copyrighted.
It's not. But listen, I don't know. I mean, I feel like you're being rude to Max.
No, we can do.
No.
I felt like I was being rude to you by not letting you show your scene. But
No, he showed up. He's a new
No,
guy.
I'd
Let's show him some love. Yeah.
No, I'd rather be rude to you so I could be polite to Max.
My whole system's working differently. Like I don't even need my headphones and I can hear you guys. And before I was tethered to them, so it's bizarre.
Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Yes and no.
Okay.
That's a qualified answer.
That would take a lot of qualifiers. I started out my life in the church. I went to a spiritual teaching of Druidry for a while.
Of what?
Druidry?
Was that like midgets?
It's like Wiccan. It's like Wicca, spirituality, a lot of that. Most of what we learn is based on Hermeticism anyway, or something like Hermeticism.
I don't know. These are big words. So
The reason I ask is because if you're saying that we're frequencies part of the internet and everything, if you're coming from
right, the
from a
signals.
spiritual side or from a a particle side.
What are the signals? Like how do I become aware of them?
Some people can feel them, like they have pains in their teeth, headaches, other effects. There's Crystal Shaman in your chat there who's heavily affected by electric frequencies from power lines, Wi-Fi, cell phones, 5G, all of it.
I
No,
get that
actually-
way when midlife is on. Maybe a signal's coming through him.
Yeah, we do
I guess
transmit
it's us.
signals from one person to another, but
energy.
you have to be within range.
Oh, not through, because I feel it from him.
Yeah, and we also do that
My
through.
head hurts.
Yeah,
Smells my teeth.
there are things called midi chloride, or well, in Star Wars they call them midi chlorides, but they're called magnetosomes in us. They're little critters. I can show you some of those.
can you spell that word for me? I want to look this up.
I swear.
Magnetosomes. So
Neat.
just like it sounds. SOMES. Magneto,
Tell
SOMES.
me need some more coffee.
Magnetosomes.
I'll be right back.
This is from AI. Let me read this for you, Jeff. Magnetosomes are nanometer-sized organelles in magnetotactic bacteria that contain magnetic iron minerals and help the bacteria navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. Whoa.
Yeah, and in the Earth's magnetic field, all the memory of everything is recorded. That's like the Akashic record.
Incoming.
What do you think it's safe to?
So we read the magnetic fields and the Akashic records through these organelles or magnetosomes. They deposit crystals throughout your body as well. A lot of them are
That's
centered around your pineal gland and also the outer hemisphere of your brain, like a radar dish.
There's some terms you're using that like I have no idea what they are. So
Are
you
you
know,
are you ready
maybe
to
you'll have
stop
to go
being polite
slower.
and start getting real?
No, because I looked at magnetosomes and it's a thing. So that made me trust him more.
I was ready to see yell at some lady. But I'm worried there's copyright music on it.
All right, well, if you don't want to play it, don't play it. I played it on my channel plenty of times, never had a copyright.
Can you send me the link in the back?
No, because it's just too difficult for you to manage.
Just put a link. I do
But
it
Max
all the time.
Vision is teaching us that I don't know, magnetosomes are something 5G that could be
Yeah,
killing
no,
us.
it sounds like it's
They do
network stuff.
interact,
I feel like-
yeah.
I think I'm being punked by the freak.
If you what? By what?
I don't think
Like
so.
a
I
freak.
trust what he's doing. I'd play it.
So what are we supposed to do, Max Vision? Or do you recommend anything? This sounds scary.
Sleep with your head to the magnetic north. That's what I used to do. When
doesn't
I'm serious,
sound
when I was in my
pleasant.
20s, it lines up your.
There are
magnetic
things that can be
crystals.
done.
Like what? What should I do to make my life better?
Well, let me explain to you what actually is happening to you. Can I share screen?
What's on it?
Documents from the IEEE.
What's IEEE?
Let me just pull one up.
IEEE.
Yeah. I'll pull the first one up. I have a couple documents I can show you.
We could be talking about sex, but Midborough wanted to be polite.
I'm not going to spam you.
Hey Jeff,
What's up?
I gotta go. It's almost 3, and I'm about to fall asleep. But you guys have fun, okay?
I only
You
get
too, Jess.
spammed once.
Thanks
So,
a lot. I hope that
All
we
right,
do.
Jess.
good night, Jess.
Doing
Nice meeting you.
I'm sorry you don't like the magnetosomes.
No, I have. It's almost 3 o'clock here, and I'm
I
almost
think
falling
it's
asleep.
almost 3 o'clock here too.
But thank you as always. Nice to see you guys, and you have a wonderful evening, guys.
Good
Where's-
night.
Jess.
I feel like, well, let me be respectful. It's going to
All
make a
of
joke.
sudden.
I mean, you always got something nasty to say, Jeff. Like, I hear it. This is why you trigger me.
Would you
you keep
come
trying to
back?
trigger me.
Okay, but would you really?
And then when I
come-
get triggered, you're like, oh, why you like this? Why
would
you
you
such an
come
asshole?
back if we got along, everything were pleasant and nice? I feel like you wouldn't even come back anymore.
Maybe I am that fucked up that I need that negative attention. It's
All
possible.
right.
How do you guys not
Um,
get along? I mean, it's just like adult conversation.
This is not going
for
to get
the
my
most part.
channel struck, will it?
No, but he always has some little negative
But
thing to say, and then he
Oh,
acts
yeah, he
like-
does
with
have a
you,
little
every like
triggers me.
your brain turns everything negative. Like when you walk out of your house, the lady selling newspapers on the corner is saying something negative because your brain turns everything into the most negative
he's-
connotation.
He's
and
not
then
that
he tries to tell me that I'm crazy, but he's constantly saying horrible things. I point them out, and then he's like, "No, you're crazy." He Darvos me. You're Darvo. You're
That wasn't
Darvo, Gen X,
Darvo.
Jeff.
No, that
I don't
wasn't
think
her.
he's as bad as you think, but he is kind of weird sometimes. So,
Who, me or Barney Barnes?
Barney.
I don't think he's bad. I do think he's trolling, and I think he's manipulative. but I don't think he's bad.
He
Let's
just
see
has
what
bad
this is.
timing. He just has bad timing.
What is IEEE? Is this
The
like
IEEE
are
is
we
the,
allowed to see this? It seems like a paid thing.
we
I
can
don't want
see part of it. We can't see the whole thing.
to. All right, I don't want to share that. I don't feel
Oh,
good.
No, it's okay to show, but you have to get a subscription and be part of a institution to get access to the whole thing. I'll just share it in the background.
Okay.
Is that like the scientific entity that standardizes electronics and all kinds of stuff like that?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
electronics
I
and
do know.
communication.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have a degree in electronics. We learned about them.
Yeah, this is all public access stuff. It's not hidden or behind any. Well, it's behind a paywall to get most of it. Oh
I
yeah,
think I was supposed to be part of
yeah.
that.
It doesn't want to let me share that. I have this problem a lot. So I'll put it in the private chat, and
Okay.
if you can share it out to people, that usually
So-
works. This is a
Max,
common problem.
do you float around in the spirit realm often?
Yeah, I practice remote viewing using the pineal gland. I do that every week. I run a class Friday and Saturday nights where you can practice learning how to remote view and work on using your pineal gland, using the third eye.
That's pretty awesome. How much success are we getting with people being able to do it, get those lottery numbers?
Well, that varies because there are factors that enter into it, like electromagnetics have a huge effect on remote viewing. I have
didn't
documents
realize
that can
that.
support that too.
I mean, Max,
So,
listen, I
you
need to
read-
say something, Max. I need to say something. When you first came on, you sounded crazy, but then magnetosomes are a thing. You kind of had me a little bit.
Yeah.
You seem nice.
I go back and forth from
You have
crazy
this-
to
You have this nice
reality.
voice, right? And then you're like remote view, bro. Like this isn't Game of Thrones. That's a load of shit. Like I don't believe it.
No,
No.
I don't believe it either, but not quite in those words. I'm the polite one. I got a 12.
I mean, you sound crazy. You sound crazy. I mean, trust me. I want that. I want to have superpowers. I want to be like Game of Thrones. They did that in Game of Thrones. Like, I want an eagle, and I can
Mhm.
fly him around, and then I can spy on Gen X Jeff to see what he's really up to. Can
I
look
knew
through
he
the
would come
window.
to me. I knew
Well, you
if
can
I
get
was in the
glimpses.
bedroom, he would
you
see
can
me.
get glimpses. Hold on, let me find.
Like, if you're going to offer a class, do I have to pay you like $99.99 first?
No,
Or,
I do
we
it for
just
free.
Chopper, what's up?
like I want it to be true, but I just feel like you're crazy.
Well, come and try class. Come to my class.
He is, but he's not any crazier than like all the other crazy people. And the
midlife.
Freak brought him in here, so I put this on Freak.
I don't know.
He doesn't know me that well.
All right, so
Oh,
what
I
is
thought
your
y'all-
class?
Times.
Do I have to pay for your class? Can I just do it online? I'll do it online.
Yeah, go to my channel and you can practice.
Can you drop the link in the
You
back?
should have like a discount code for people that can, if they remote view and get the code correctly,
Hold
they
on.
get like half off or something.
Well, he said it's free, so
Or they get the
Yeah,
advanced class.
it's
Oh,
just
free.
a YouTube
whatever.
channel.
All right,
Most
listen,
people
I'll put the-
talk to
I'll put your
say
link.
that they've
What's-
had
you have
a
a website?
dream like that.
what?
Jeff, go ahead.
Huh, me? What?
There you go. There's the link.
We were
in private.
talking on top of each other.
I mean, listen, Max Vision. If you wanted to say all this crazy shit for me to just sub, you could have just said, "Hey, sub," and I would have done it like there. You want to go sub for sub? Sub to me back, bro. Sub to Midlife Bro Logic, your number one go-to spot for politics and trending topics.
I like politics.
Well, then come to my
You'll
show,
love
bro.
His channel,
All right.
especially if you
Is
like
it-
local
well,
politics.
If you start
live in
talking all that
Baltimore.
crazy shit, I'll probably, that's not going to work. But
Well, it sounds crazy until you actually look into it.
okay, well, I'll listen. When is your next whatever?
Tomorrow night at 11 o'clock New York time.
Hey, Max.
I might be there.
Most people you
Oh,
talk
wait,
to
that's
say
fine.
that they've had dreams like that, just naturally or on their own.
Yeah, people get premonitions. future sight, things like that.
I do some of that, like intuition and stuff. It's not
You've
always
got
right.
deja vu, the feeling
Yeah.
you've been there before, you know.
Being able to control it would be nice.
Yeah, we actually, I run it at I look at it as a percentage thing. And, you know, we run, I would say usually about 30-40% accuracy rate. But sometimes we get up to, I would say, 85% accuracy or relevant responses to targets.
85% accuracy.
Sometimes, yeah.
About
That's
induced,
Madam
like,
Cleo level. if you
being
would.
able to do it, when you want to do it.
It's a group thing, right? So what it is a bunch of people come into chat. I give them a target. Could be an image, could be a destination target. We start off with images. And I give them a number that links them to the target. And they close their eyes and give me the impressions that they see. And
Can we try it?
yeah, sure. Give me a minute and I'll find
Oh God.
Let me
Oh
an
God.
image for you.
my deity here. Help me with this one.
Let's see. I'll do this on the computer, so hold on.
Call me now. Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable if Jeff can remote view, because I know he's going to sneak a peek
Wait,
at my
you were wanting to
penis.
see your eagle at me
He's
like
gonna sneak
5
a peek
minutes
at my
ago, and all of a
penis.
sudden you don't want me. But you are safe. There's nothing about you. I'm going to.
You're going to remote view my
I've
penis through
seen
my
your
own
pictures.
eyes, right?
No, you're paranoid.
And then you're going to see
Well,
it.
you,
You're
you
gonna,
could put it down to chance, to random chance, of people getting it right or wrong. You can
Besides,
look
I
at
don't
it.
have to remote view. You showing us all of it.
I don't know, man. Remote viewing, it just sounds like complete.
It's going to get
Sorry.
abused.
And then the fact that you have to do it as a group, that sounds even more
You
unbelievable.
don't have to
That's
do it
crazy.
as a group.
Okay.
It just sounds fun.
Huh.
Like, what do we? You're going to think of an image, and then we try to think what the image is.
Okay, let me assign a number to this.
I can't take it. Listen, I'll be there tomorrow at 11. Let me know how this remote viewing goes. I'm going to go
Hey,
lay
show
down.
your clip now, dude. Show your clip.
What's tomorrow at 11?
He's
That's
going to
why
have a remote viewing class on his show.
Oh.
Let's go there, Jeff. It'll be a date. It'll be our first date.
I was thinking of doing an all-day stream tomorrow after PF Young's show.
We do a lot of joking around. It's really fun. It's mostly to be fun, because that's the best way to remote view, is not to take it seriously.
Wait a minute. No.
11,
Okay,
what
no.
time zone? 11.
I want to take it serious.
Okay, you can do that, but your imagination is required. So hopefully you have a good imagination.
No, that's my problem. My imagination runs wild. That's why I want a remote view to confirm
That
or
is a good
deny
imagine-
my
the one that
imagination running
runs
wild.
is-
All right.
It's
Yeah.
I
the
want to just spy on
time.
Jeff. I want to spy on my girlfriend when I'm not around her. I want to just spy on Joe Biden, see how much he's thinking.
We do that. We actually do that. We look into the minds of politicians. We look into events that have happened. On my channel page right now, you can take a look at what people saw when we remote viewed the events of Donald Trump getting shot. Compared
Excellent.
with the video
Did you
and
see the
stuff.
guy on the roof?
We saw people in the woods, people on the tower, and and a guy on the roof. Plus, there's also the people under the guy on the roof. There was 3 people there. You don't need to remote view to know that.
You just sound crazy, man. But listen, all right. Do you want to see my famous movie?
No.
Yeah, I do. Can you post your channel, please?
Yeah, I did. It's
Yeah, I'll post it. I don't want to play your movie because it's.
Oh yeah, I'm
worried
Canadian
about
too, so
copyright.
that might have something to do
I
with
do
it.
want to see it, but you won't send me the link
I'll send you the link. Oh, you won't? What's that? What's the difference?
because of the copyright.
It's queued up. Okay, fine. Here you go.
Right here I am. It was all a ceremony. Big ceremony. We got references to Molech, It's a big ceremony.
Bro, you just sound. Look, I'm gonna try to show up tomorrow at 11, but
Wait, you guys.
you seem like
Yeah, I might even stop by.
you seem like a nice guy, but
What's the timestamp?
you just sound
for that
crazy.
scene?
You really sound crazy.
That makes it fun for me.
Bro, how far into this? What's the timestamp? Or how far do I go?
It's like 1:02.
An hour into?
Yeah, an hour, 2 and 10
Oh, yeah, I
seconds.
see.
129:14.
Not that.
So you do a ceremony to someone, and then you like try to remote dream bedtime stuff.
No,
Cool.
no, we don't do any of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just give you the number. You write it down. You close your eyes. Tell me what you see. It's that simple.
Yeah, if you tell Jeff that, he's just going to draw a bunch of.
Oh,
big
wait, well, I
dots.
was watching your show. I completely tune out. What?
He said to
I was
close your eyes,
riveted.
draw the most
Yeah,
beautiful.
all I
penis.
do. All I do.
Right now?
It's
Yes.
oh yeah, you can do
Okay.
it right now. CB 1442.
Oh my god!
So write
That
down
is-
the number, the letters.
Oh, right.
CB
Me write down this number.
42.
Now look, I got to go. Are you going to show my clip or not? If you're going to show my clip, I want to be here.
Yeah, show
I
us
was
that.
in the middle of watching it, and we'll have to do it another day, Barnabas. I'll
Okay.
save it.
Don't show it without me.
Hopefully, I
You guys
remember.
in chat, you can try it too.
Okay, CB.
All right, Max Vision. Good luck, my dude. Have fun. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'll be watching you.
Hopefully, I'll be there tomorrow at 11. And like I said, I want to spy on people. I want to know the truth. And I don't believe any words you're going to say, but I'll try it with an open mind. There you go.
Hey, wear a certain color underwear, and I'll tell you tomorrow
There you go.
what color you have on.
So gay. Sounds good. Typical. Peace out, y'all. See you, the freak. See you, Max Vision.
Later
Bye.
on.
CB1442. Okay.
I think you guys are gonna hit it off one day.
Me and Max. Me and Barnes. I don't know. I think
Here's
we're as hitting it off as we're gonna get. Okay, so now I wrote the number down.
Okay. Just close your eyes. Clear your mind.
Oh Lord.
Now, some
Not that
people have
hard.
hard time seeing what's in front of them. You can have a calcified pineal, but there will be colors, shapes, maybe not colors, but usually shapes. Just tell me
I'm
what,
looking in this area, like right here.
just whatever you see, it's a 360 thing.
Oh, okay.
You know, even if you have a sensation of like memory,
Because there's like
Smell.
lights on in the room, and there's like light patterns I can see through my eye.
okay, so something up
eyelids.
to the left there, right?
Yeah, there's like light
Okay.
patterns in the room that are catching. Like, I can still see some of the light, even though I have my eyes closed. I can tell which parts of the room are light and dark.
Okay. Try and look past that.
All right.
Now you're trying to get more detail.
You know what? I'm gonna turn at least one of these off, see if it helps. That just made it worse.
You can also try rubbing your eyes.
I was about to say, like, if I had a blindfold or something like.
Yeah,
that might
rub
help.
your eyes
Yeah,
a
this
little
helps
bit.
much better.
Hey, can I tell you what I came up with?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wrote down 84 and 76.
I'm going for numbers or an image.
Whatever comes to you. You could have sensations of taste, smell, memories, songs, poems, even a book might come to mind. You know, you never know. We're looking at an image, so describe any shapes you see or
I'm starting
any.
to see like a deep emerald green color,
Okay.
a patch of color, more than anything. And that just went away. Now it's dark again.
Okay. I hope you guys in chat have tried it. Here, let me. I will share the image that I selected. And whenever you're ready or think you've seen some type of an image, you can look to the share screen.
Are you trying to send a signal at the same time, or just the image itself is the signal?
There could be some component of that, but it's probably more just all you.
Okay. I'm a horrible receiver. I'm not getting anything.
Apparently, drinking cherry juice or pineapple juice can help decalcify the pineal.
Ooh. No, I didn't get anything.
Okay.
So you're saying share your screen?
Yeah, there is
Oh
kind
my
of a
God.
Somebody said kind of a triangle shape. There is kind of a triangle shape there.
No.
A dolphin? I don't know. That's an interesting response. But with her arms, she's making a triangle shape. Capital A. There you go. Your mom. That's pretty good. So you get some people are getting the shape.
Oh, right. Let's see what the chat says.
That's pretty good, guys.
Is it dolphin? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that was neat. I can see the appeal. And Midbro, I mean, God. See, he set me up. Now every time I call him the name I've been using for the last 6 months, I'm being programmed to have a reaction. Midlogic, um, I can't believe he chose to miss this.
I mean, just buying his girlfriend.
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, I guess I'd choose that too. So you're saying though that there are people that do have the sensitivity where they might get some of the image.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, they did experiments at Laurentian University with a man named Ingo Swan, who was basically the main guy of the American program for remote viewing. What they found was like with magnetic fields, they could turn remote viewing basically on or off. So in a person that was not very good at remote viewing naturally, they could amplify that ability through pulsing magnetic fields.
Oh.
What
Are
they
you
figured,
able to enter the spirit world like at will?
yeah, it really shouldn't take any effort, really, because that gland is right there. It's like an eye in the middle of your brain. So
Are there things that I have in the house that could like increase the magnetic field that I could do that might make it come in better?
I don't. I wouldn't
I
know the
have a magnet.
frequency to use, though. I wouldn't know the frequency to use.
Oh.
How do you know if it's
pulse.
how do you know if it's the pineal gland that's like the problem, or if it's just a mental block or something?
Yeah, it could be either of those things. We have like two receivers. We have like I was saying, there's a layer of magnetosomes or magnetite crystals that encase the your brain, and then there's lots of those in your pineal, along with piezoelectric, piezochromatic, and piezoluminescent crystals. They make colors and lights, and because your pineal is like an eye, but it's aimed inward, it sees those crystals as they bump together, and there's always a little electrical charges going through there that line them up and make them into figures and shapes, and we perceive those.
Welcome, Spike.
Hey guys.
What's up? How are you? Did you try the remote viewing thing?
I did. I saw
Oh, did you share the image that I selected? I have it.
I was the someone
Share
with the
screen.
triangle.
Yeah, there's a triangle shape in the image made with it's an astronaut.
I saw more of
She looks miserable.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
she is.
the very first thing I saw as soon as you started was that color blue,
Yeah,
but it was for a square.
there's almost a purplish greeny blue color to her.
Yeah, it's like a sea green turquoise something.
Yeah.
And then when I started focusing on the shape, it became, and I'm sober by the way, but it became sort of like the rooftop, like of a big top tent, or even like a Russian temple, like
Okay.
one of the roofs in Moscow. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell. It was triangular, but it was sort of had a curve to it, like a tent roof or something.
Yeah, the curve of the helmet.
You know what used to get me into that realm, like
You're
real quick, is
you're
that,
very good at
diesel
that.
smoke.
What?
That diesel smoke that was like made illegal about 10 years ago. But
Just
man,
the smell of it?
like yeah, no, you smoked it.
Oh. Oh, it was.
It's
What
like
was it?
diesel or something. Call it, you know. It was like
Was it the fake weed?
yeah, it's like the fake weed.
Oh,
but
like
that
the
stuff,
we used to call it spice.
yeah, spice, that stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Dude, I remember like one time I felt like I was literally being pulled into the earth, like, and I was gonna end up in China.
Dang.
That sort of sounds like Salvia divinorum. I know spice is sort of a copycat of that, but
It
like,
was the spice I smoked was synthetic weed. They used to sell it at the
yeah, it's big in New Orleans.
in New Orleans. I used to get it at Mushroom Records, and they used to sell it at like the paraphernalia stores.
Was that
It came with
salvia?
these little packs, and it was called
I like
spice.
that
And then they had
stuff.
other brands too, but it was like these herbs that they would coat with this synthetic THC.
I've never tried salvia. I want to try it though.
Oh, it's not salvia. It's like a copycat, lab made herb.
Oh.
Salvia, that's all
Because
natural.
salvia is legal, I think. As far
Yeah,
as
it is. Yeah.
The interesting thing about salvia is that so many people in different cities, states, countries have spitting image of visuals. They see the same abstract figurines and faces, which is nothing like people tripping out on mushrooms like it's very weird how people seem to see the same thing. From my studies,
You said about DMT or which one?
DMT is similar as far as the
same characters.
Yeah, the commonality of experiences, but salvia, it's very interesting. Like people who draw and paint, they'll draw almost. It's like, yeah, they'll draw almost the same type of visual, and never been influenced by watching somebody else's paintings or drawings.
Have you done it?
I may or may not have.
Okay. So you cannot confirm.
I've seen a lot of YouTube testimonies of people doing that stuff and having similar testimony. Basically, they see like gray demon alien things, and they see all kind of like standardized characters.
Yeah, like I didn't see any gray alien or kind of thing, but
So you,
people will see a wheel, and the wheel is always doing this. It's like a track. It's like laying under a tractor. It's doing the same thing to their body, and it's always going counterclockwise. Or there's just the similarities are crazy. Like
It's definitely the spirit
is it
realm.
the one like Ezekiel saw? Maybe he
I'm
was
not
doing salvia.
But if you believe in the unseen, then you definitely can go down a rabbit hole of reading about it and learning about people's experiences.
What's the unseen? Is it this extra physical world? That
Probably something similar to what Max Vision is talking about. That's why I hopped up, actually.
Oh.
Like everything unseen, the magnetic forces, the spiritual forces, the cosmic. Yeah.
Right. You are right. There are waves of energy that are flowing from everything, including what you would call like entities or spirits. They move around. They're there too. But mostly what you'll see is overlapping patterns like waves on the beach if you're looking at the surface level of things. And then there's other levels where you start to see entities. And that's just going like into the spirit realm or astral without any destination, which I don't suggest you do. I always suggest that people have a destination in mind or a question or some reason to be there other than just going in to mess around and see what's there.
100% agree. I mean, to answer whether I did or did not, I may or may not have actually been given to it accidentally. So I was not, as far as talking about the herb. So I wasn't prepared for the roller coaster ride that I went on. It was, I thought it was normal cannabis. Somebody gave it to me. So I went flying.
That was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I snapped a big bong load just thinking it was normal grass.
Did they
And
tell you it was grass, or you just saw it lying around and thought it was?
It was almost no words exchanged. It was like, here, Spike, you'll like this. And I just thought it was like some grass.
You probably felt like you were dying.
The only thing that he told me, because he wasn't with me, which was even worse because I was alone. But the only thing he said is, don't do it till you're ready. And I just thought he meant like make sure I was on the full, like it was going to be some good weed or something. I didn't know. And I've looked into things, like I learned just over the years. I've learned about things, but I knew nothing about this. Whew.
Yeah.
And I've done some things, but this was 100 times stronger than anything I've ever done. And
It
only
only
5
lasted
minutes.
a few minutes, huh?
Exactly, only 7 minutes.
So Max, these energy wave frequencies, are these forming the particles too? I mean, how is that working out?
E equals MC square.
Here I am pointed something out. There's no actual proof that remote viewing is real. There are studies into it, but nothing's actually ever proven. It's all theory. So I do agree with you there.
So
Sorry.
science has identified like certain forces in the universe that we can measure and observe with our instruments and stuff. But you're saying that there's spiritual forces outside of the ones that science has discovered or
Well,
classified.
they are actually inside science because they're using the idea of the magnetic field holding memory.
Electromagnetism.
Yeah. So the Earth's magnetic field holds the memory of us and pretty much everything else, because all magnetic fields are resonant throughout the universe. So in every atom should be the memory of almost everything, and that's a lot of data to store.
I have a hard time. I associate memory with neuron, like organic material, so it's hard for me
Yeah.
to associate it with something like an atom.
But what is the material really, other than energy?
Well, there is that relationship, but
That's what we should be at, actually, in terms of physics. I mean, we're sitting here subverting each other as nations, and I know it's all fun and it's great, but we need, a new source of energy. It'd be phasing matter by now, in reality.
what?
Just my opinion.
I didn't
Oh,
understand.
that
the
we're
last
really
part.
behind on the tech? Definitely.
Is remote viewing similar to astral projection?
Somewhat, yes.
I used to try to do that when I was younger and playing with all that.
But you can measure the results with remote viewing.
Right.
That's why I like it, because it's something I can measure. I very much take it as almost a scientific practice. I am spiritual, but You know, you're not going to see me acting like a guru or anything like that. You know.
Just giving classes.
Computer memory. Yeah. Hi, Bex. Good to see you.
Oh, you know Bex?
Yeah. Me and Bex have spoken many times.
Oh, okay.
Really? Computer memory.
Why? Do you know Bex? Everybody knows Bex.
I know a Bex. No, I was saying really because I was reading her comment.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm fascinated by this subject. I really am. I mean, not just now. I'm very new to the idea of remote viewing. I'm reading about it as we're talking, but just the whole idea, the whole concept is something I feel like I'm naturally already intrigued by.
Let me see if I can find you some documents on it then. Hold on.
I think it's pretty practical because, you know, we have radio broadcasts going all over the place. You know, when the first AM, FM radios you think of, like those waves are broadcasting out, but how are they being transported on what particles? And is that the energy and everything that's going through everything? And then how is that getting hardened into our matter and atoms and all that?
That's what science is
times.
trying to study physics.
Here you go. Here's a genetics and cell biology of magnetosome formation in magnotactic bacteria. I always have a hard time getting that word out.
Do you have a link to put in the chat?
Yep.
That people
I'm
can
just
click?
putting it there now. I have other documents to share with you as well if you're interested.
The chat might be. Are they
So really, if you're able to break that barrier, you're able to access eternal time in the spirit realm and go wherever you want, in the mind and see those remote things that you want.
have you done that?
I haven't done it, but it's happened to me.
Hmm?
Like I don't have the power to do that, but if God wants to show me something, He'll show me something.
There we go.
I love it when I feel like a first grader. I
Here's,
love listening and learning.
here's some pictures of magnetosomes.
Of what? Magnetosomes?
Yeah.
Here, I personally don't care. I've thought, like I said, we used to listen to the neighbors' conversation, their cordless phones on the AM radio. So I grew up just knowing it was possible to be surveyed and not like I always knew that was a possibility. So I never really had an expectation of privacy. So my thing is, I don't care if they're watching me. If they find me that interesting, they could subscribe. We got memberships. It I don't have anything
might
to
learn
hide
something.
from people watching me, so I don't worry about
Oh,
it.
here, this
Even
one's
if it is
really
true.
good. This document you can show because it's from PubMed.
Just show the title.
Possible disruption.
Yeah, this is weird that it's official website of the United States government, National Library of Medicine. And they're taking it seriously as a thing, just like the DEI stuff. This really worries me.
Well, they had a department.
Of
Ingo
magnetic-
Swan.
of
Ingo
remote
Swan was the head of the remote viewing department of the U.S. government
Wait,
for
what?
about 20 years.
What? Hang on.
And after that, they fired him. They got rid of him, but they still do it.
Was it
But they
Stargate?
privatize it now.
Is it Stargate?
It's privatized, so you don't see it.
Yeah, it says it does say that it was related to the Stargate project.
Works involve remote viewing, the portability.
Oh, they won't let me post that. I'll put it in private chat, and they'll let you post it maybe.
The program ran from 75 to 95.
I get that a lot. They don't like the documents that I try to share.
Well, I'm surprised that you post links at all, because normally
Yeah,
doesn't let
I
anybody
get,
post links.
I have had
Oh,
problems.
it's on the Freaks channel. I see.
I have had problems.
The Stargate was terminated and declassified in 1995 after the CIA report concluded that it was never useful in any intelligence operation. They actually spent money on taking this seriously.
And they ran it for 20 years.
All right, that bothers me more than all the crazy stuff that the conspiracy theorists accuse the government of doing. This is something they actually did that was dumb.
Probably a lawyer that started it, because of the money. They get the grant money to run this kind of crap.
Well, yeah, now they run it private.
Yeah, I'm worried about DEI, but this is just DEI is just one in a long series of crazy stuff the government gets involved in.
So is this something that people who are readers or clairvoyants, is this something that's oil and water to them, or is this something that they might believe in as well? If
No one could probably do it.
Oh no, they would
Worthwhile.
understand it. They would.
they would,
Yeah. Most of them, I'm sure. Wasn't really what I came up to talk about, but it's an interesting subject.
I don't believe that. That's your whole channel.
Well, yeah, but right now I'm concentrated on the web at the moment.
you want to talk about tacos. But I do see, I subbed to your channel and I rang the bell. I see you go live almost every day or
Every weekend.
every weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
And I came in when you in midlife were talking about it, but you don't necessarily only talk about this on your streams, but it does come up, right?
Yeah. Like I do a class every Friday and Saturday night so that people could practice. But I do a daytime show where I talk about all the shit that's going on.
Was there any more that they learned? What you said there was like people on top of the tower, people in the woods, people in the window.
Yeah,
was
it does.
there anything else-
It does
anything else that they
sometimes.
learned that, the FBI hasn't given disclosed?
Okay. What we really saw, other than where people were and blah blah blah, was that this was like a ceremony. It was more of a ritual than it was an assassination attempt.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, midlife is right. That does sound crazy.
Do you think it was a fulfillment of Revelation?
Yeah, they might be just following the script, right? Using the revelations as a script. I don't
That's
think
all right with me, man.
I don't think it's
Bring them here quicker.
I don't think it's prophecy,
Is this
but
the spiritual stuff, like the spiritual warfare stuff?
well, part of it,
Okay.
sure. But really, just logic will tell you that they're following a script.
I don't even know who they is. You said a
Um,
bunch of
The
ritual.
deep state.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe in all that.
Well, okay, I live in Canada, and
Oh, right, y'all do have a deep state, actually.
my prime minister takes direct actions depending on what Klaus Schwab says and the WEF.
We've got a bunch of
That isn't a deep state. I don't know what is.
They've proven that, or you just saw Klaus Schwab say something?
Well,
and
he
saw Justin
himself
Trudeau do
has said
something
in
afterwards?
interviews he doesn't care what the Canadian people say. He's doing what's right. Klaus Schwab has said that he, is very proud of people like Justin Trudeau, young global leaders who are for our cause. So he is on board with WEF and what their causes are. Straight from their mouths.
Okay. Well, y'all have anything else? It seems like it's winding down. Spike, you got anything?
No, I'm just listening to mic drops.
Do you think that actually? You think that was a ritual, ceremony ritual to either bring about some scripture to pass, or something more like the Olympic ceremony opening or whatever that was?
I think it's
You
like
know, like
conditioning or
the open top thing.
pre-programming. Conditioning or pre-programming.
Interesting.
You know, like part of a pre-programming thing could be that we're following the script of Revelation, so you're going to see it unfold, right?
Well,
Some way, or somebody can see it unfolding in some way, right?
Well, one way or the other. I don't think we should waste this opportunity. If Donald Trump's the Antichrist, hell with him. Let's get the heck out of here. That's my position. I'm an accelerationist.
I don't know where there's to go, so we might as well take advantage of what he's promoting and just force it.
How do you accelerate? What do you accelerate?
The return of Jesus Christ.
I know, but how do you do that?
By making sure you do things that you put God on the clock, by doing things that
what does that mean? To put God
that
on
means,
the clock.
My discovery of
Just
the
come out and
Pioneer
say it. What are
and
you
remote
plotting?
viewing was
What are
through
you up to?
my search for Christ. Because I was in the church with my wife. I didn't want to go there, but I wanted to find this Christ they kept talking about because I was being fed bullshit by the church. And that's when I discovered remote viewing and that connection, and how the Bible says that Christ is the connection between us and God. And you get the relation of that type of thinking, and it starts to make sense.
Well, Freak, what is this thing you want to accelerate? Is it more people go at the church?
no, it's the I told you the ham sandwich theory, right?
Yeah, but remember, like Donald Trump choking on a
Basically,
ham sandwich.
Yeah, well, you need a temple in Jerusalem for animal sacrifice to occur, and for the abomination that makes desolate, because that's what Jesus said would happen.
Yeah, I'm already lost.
You need certain events to happen for him to be on his way or show up. Okay?
Oh, so there's certain things that humans have to
before.
do here on Earth, and then he's going to come. So we have to make something happen first.
We don't. I mean, it's not like we're collectively doing that. I mean, it'd be great, but certain things are going to have to be fulfilled before he could show up. Otherwise, the timing is off, and then God's not true.
Thank you, Vinny. What
Oh yeah, breaking the law, breaking the law.
Bring me crazy. Yeah.
All right, let's see what the super sticker is. What are the things that have to be done? Like, what are the specific things? Something about building a temple.
There's a bunch of things,
sacrificing animals. That's just weird.
Yeah, well, that's.
I would think the temple would be internal, right? Like you are the temple.
Well, yeah, but where's the abomination that makes desolate supposed to occur without a temple?
Oh yeah, I guess so, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're the temple.
They have to make their graven image on earth, right?
Yeah, and the animal sacrifices, which is the old Jewish way of atonement for sin, that kind of stuff. Like that was what they used to. That was the obligation they were bound to.
Yeah. Did you know that they actually have every stone to rebuild the temple? Every stone, every cloth, every piece of it.
So it's at a specific temple, like the one at Jerusalem.
Solomon's temple. They want to rebuild Solomon's temple, and they have on site.
Who's they?
The Jewish people, the Jewish.
Some Jewish people, because a lot of
it is some Jewish people. Yeah, they are separated into sects, but they have every stone and every tapestry ready to rebuild the temple.
So there is a sect that takes this seriously and is trying to build a temple, and you're saying to Freak that this sect, you want them to hurry up and build this temple faster.
Yeah, once that temple's up, God is on the clock. Like he has
What
to
does
show
on
up
the
in
clock mean?
It means he's going to show up within 3 to 9 years in that window after the temple's built.
And you believe this because the Bible has it in there.
Yes.
Okay.
I would
It's a little
believe it
crazy
The
to
because
me.
they are
Crunch sheds a little light on it too, but
I think they're doing it out like a play.
hey. So yeah, maybe that means that does that mean they're Christian, or does that mean they're demonic and unaware?
I think it means that they know that they're putting out the ideas, because I think they're putting out the ideas of this being revelation. I think it's another psyop.
What if Revelation is a
You
psyop?
think they want to?
People
Yeah.
have been thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
People
Yeah.
have been imagining Revelation as long as I've been alive. They've been seeing things in the news and on TV.
Yeah, it's like the regurgitation of climate, ideas. We were sacrificing virgins in volcanoes for the weather 2,000 years ago. Now we're, cutting off oil and everything else, right? So it's just a repeat.
We're cutting off.
You
oil.
think they're psyoping Christians to try to make them look crazy so they could get rid of them?
Who's they keep switching because it's started out with the deep state, then it moved to the Jews. Now who's after the Christians?
Probably everybody, but
No, everybody's not after the Christians. Most
Actually,
people hardly
Christians
think
are
about
being killed in
Christians.
almost every country that they do exist.
Do what?
Christians are being killed in almost every country that they exist in, which is a lot of Muslim countries as well.
Oh, in the Muslim countries.
Wow.
probably the crazy secular DOJ, CIA, alphabet.
Even Palestine is like 25 or 30% Christian. So
Yeah. And they don't like Christians. Basically, you can't brainwash a Christian into communism.
Can you
I mean,
brainwash a
you
communist
could
into
force him to
Christianity?
adhere to it, but he could never accept that ideology.
Yeah, I think it's more about behavior than accepting any particular belief. Just pretending like you believe it. But then a lot of Christianity was like that too.
Yeah, it's crazy
So there's a
world.
lot
Man.
of wokeness.
well, do you guys believe that there's an attack on Western society and Christian ideology?
There's
Yeah.
always kind of been an attack on Christian ideology for a while, at least probably since the Enlightenment. As far as Western culture, in some places, yeah. I don't know if it's a coordinated attack, but there's definitely
It could very well
attempts
be
to undermine Western culture that I see.
Pretty
Yeah,
sure
I mean-
we're in the demoralization, like a hardcore demoralization phase.
There are a lot of people demoralized now that you mention it. I put it down to social media, like people having an exaggerated sense of threat because of social media, how it sensationalizes everything. And
Oh,
we
yeah,
have
media.
dramatic storytelling brains to begin with, so when you combine all of that and no real way to like truth seek or truth test,
Mm.
I guess you're left with a lot of fear and anxiety in people that are prone to it.
Yeah, C19,
Imaginations.
Dr. Fauci, the assassination attempt, supposedly, a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It almost seems like we're still living with C19 though, it feels like almost any second they could say, "Okay, stay home
Really?
tomorrow."
Oh, I
Doesn't
don't
it?
think
I don't
it's
know.
feeling it all.
They
That
switched
seems
out-
so far behind. It seems like a decade ago. It seems so far behind.
They switched out C19 with Mpox, so we're still in a state of emergency according to the
Yeah.
what's his name?
Is it CDC or WHO?
WHO. Thank you.
Oh,
That,
are
that
y'all
gets,
worried they're going to call a lockdown? I don't think.
well, that gets in their funding, right? So because they've just declared another state of emergency over Mpox, now they get their funding again.
Yeah, but do you think that's going to mean that means they're going to call a lockdown? I don't even know anybody with monkeypox.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's not necessarily that they execute the mandatory whatever that they have when they put in that emergency power. It's the fact that they can, they could and they kind of can hover it over you like Kim Jong Un.
Where are they hovering it?
Well, the monkeypox, the Mpox, whatever. That's
But
like
where are they
hey, it could hit you tomorrow. It might not.
Well, it's in the news and the media, but they did it with swine flu. Other
I
things.
remember the bird
Swine flu
was
was supposed to be the big thing to get us onto a digital, like medical system, but that didn't work. So they kept trying. So this will be the next one, and they'll say you should get onto this system where we can.
What is a digital medical system?
Um,
Like the MyChart stuff.
Well, like with the with COVID, what they did was they monitored where you were and where people who were infected, quote unquote.
Oh, the tracking thing.
Yeah.
Tracked. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you spent more than 15 minutes around somebody that was infected, it would alert them to have you tested so that they could contain the contagion.
Wonder if they would ever do that with venereal disease.
Another document I'd like to show you is Corona, a routing system for nano networks, brought out in 2018, I think.
Go ahead and throw the link in the back, and I'll take a look at it.
It really doesn't mean much. It's just a new routing system. But when they bring out these new systems, like even like FM radio or any new system, communication that they bring out, there's always health effects on people.
Well, of all the things that impact my health, I imagine it's very minimal relative to diet,
You would think so.
chemicals you put in your body,
You might think so.
exercise or
anything.
lack of.
Well, yeah, exercise, state of mind is way better than almost anything.
Yeah, I would almost agree.
See, and the higher they're twerking up these frequencies and the power to it, the more it has potential to
Can
basically
you
scatter
throw it
our
in the back
particles
so
apart.
I can.
Well,
grab
what
it?
happened during the pandemic there, I call it, right? Many do. I use an app that monitors all the wireless communications and frequencies going on around. It's called the ElectroSmart app, and it measures their power level. And what happened during the first part of the pandemic was the power level would increase, and a day or two later, there would be an increase in COVID cases. That did not sustain throughout the next year or so, but during the first event, it did.
You think it was engineered, the virus?
I think so.
Pretty much know so.
You don't know so because you're not a scientist with the ability to test and falsify that hypothesis. So
Well, but they testified in Congress, so unless they were lying under oath, we pretty much know.
but you personally don't know is what I'll say.
Well, but you have to
It's
take
you
testimony
trusting
sometimes.
authority. Some
Yeah, I
people
think the
don't.
whole lab leak thing is a lie as well. And that Fauci, when he was in front of Congress, was not lying at all.
Well, I I really don't want to get into too much COVID speculation.
That sucks.
I'm kind of burnt out on the conspiracy talk in general. So if y'all don't have anything
That's all
else,
right.
I think I'm gonna
I don't
down.
care about it much.
my
I have a
brain's had
different
about all I could take.
on it. That's all.
See, the thing is, Jeff, when you roaming around in that realm, and your dreams, your frequencies, you start interacting with the spirit realm, and that gives you a lot more meaning in your life.
You have a good point. Because I don't have that, it doesn't have the same meaning to me. I think that somebody that does have that, like, is putting it all together in that way. Even that framework of spiritual warfare loses me. It makes conversation difficult sometimes because it's working with dimensions that I don't even recognize or perceive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like testing the water literally with your toe for me. It's like I'm pretty naive to a lot of it, but at the very least, I'm gonna have some good dreams tonight. Like it's making my mind. I'm doing mental jogging right now. I love it.
I guess the only thing I get frustrated is a little bit like Jack Talcott, because if we could actually get everyone in the world to get along, we could find a new source of energy to produce the power to be able to break that barrier and, really progress as humans. But we're just going to fight each other, apparently, and that's it.
But that seems like what if we could all fly or love each other? It just seems like something a child, like a kindergartner would paint as a picture of what if we lived in the perfect world, but it's nothing an adult would take seriously as a realistic possibility. Like, what if we could get all humans to suddenly all agree and be on the same page? Yeah, what if? It's nice to think about, but why waste a second of your life trying to actually execute it? It's not going to happen. You have to deal with the reality of humans as they exist in front of you right now, today.
I agree.
There's
It's going to happen or it's not going to happen.
ways to actually make the condition. You can set up the infrastructure for that possibility. You could actually do that. The getting along, that's going to be harder, but like you could stop using oil all over the place for everything. That would be great.
Well, we need new sources of energy to transition to.
Or if we all became vegetarians and all the animals would
Yeah,
naturally
that's
die.
not going to happen.
I like
It's not
oil.
going to happen. These are children.
No, I know what you mean.
These are the fantasies of children.
Well, I mean, if you had a fusion reactor or whatever, and it actually worked, you start pumping out these frequencies that he's talking about, high power, and
Well, there is always the
really start
possibility.
getting interdimensional.
There is
This-
always the possibility of cosmic waves coming in and changing us and getting us more connected or something. But there is also the possibility of them doing it electronically.
Yeah, and aliens could come or fairies could have some kind of
What if they
the
did that?
possibilities are endless, but how do you translate that into practical action?
Well, the physics is good. The physics is good. We just don't know enough.
I'm admittedly naive on this topic, but
Well, back in the 70s, the Popular Science magazine promised us we were all going to be happy. Do you know why? Because they were going to give us the wireless network, and they were going to transmit a frequency that would make us all happy.
It said
Unfortunately,
that we
what they did-
promise you that you will all be. I doubt that that's how it was.
Yeah, they
but
did the
Spike, go ahead.
reverse.
What were you saying?
They did the reverse. So
no, even that's interesting because just replace the word happy and they're correct. It's just it's not necessarily happy. It's blah blah.
If you read a Popular Science magazine, an article in a Popular Science magazine, and thought that you were promised something as a result in the future and that it didn't happen, and then you feel betrayed by a Popular Science magazine.
well,
I even knew as a kid not to take.
okay. Now
what was in
you
these magazines.
need to look up the Lily Wave. Okay, the Lily Wave by John C. Lilly. Okay.
I've heard of John.
The Lily Wave is
Is he the guy
a
that talks to
emotional
dolphins?
feedback system based on the wiring in your house on 60 hertz. It has been operational since the 1970s.
And what about?
See, this is the shit that makes my mind jog. What? The Lily Wave? Let me pull that up.
Sorry,
You're
buddy.
making
I come with
fucking tabs, Max.
I got the
God,
receipt,
God,
my friend. I don't say shit just out of the side of my ass. I got the receipts, buddy.
No, Well, no,
What's
no,
the
no.
receipt? What receipt to
John
first
C.
of all,
Lilly,
y'all are,
look it
how
up.
do you have a
Look it up.
receipt
Look it
for
up. John C.
dimensions that
Lilly.
science doesn't even
Look
record?
up
Like, how do
John
you get
C. Lilly
receipts
and the Lily
for
Way.
spiritual dimensions?
Spiritual. I never claimed anything about spiritual dimensions, my friend.
Well, all this energy, you said there were waves of spiritual
I
energy.
told you what I see.
You talked about spiritual realms.
That was me. Basically.
And Max, just the inflection of my voice isn't doubt; it's excitement. I have all these tabs open. It takes very special people to make me open tabs.
I'm a tabaholic.
Because I feel like I've heard of the Lily Wave in passing. Like I feel like somebody has said that to me before or talked about it, and I had
That's
no.
low level communications. That's low level communications. As
They're
far
probably just yelling at you, Lily White.
right now, they're working on I'm working on a document called electroquasatic communication. I can
Sweet.
share that with you too. That is fucked up, man.
Huh.
They're trying to figure out how to hack you better.
How are they
Yeah, it's
hacking
like-
us now?
Because you're a big antenna. You're a big sack of water, and they just use you as an antenna.
Who is it? The same day?
The internet companies, the wireless companies.
Like they
Using
say,
me for
Alexa's
what? Like,
listening.
what-
This is 10 times bigger than that.
So I'm not being hacked myself to do anything. I'm just being used as a
You're just being used as a
conduit
channel, as a conduit
for
at the
energy.
moment. Yeah,
That
but
seems
what they
harmless
can
enough.
do is people can be hacked with devices. So somebody can come in a short range communication of your body, because what they've done is with nanotech and particles in the atmosphere, they've shortened. You used to have an area network that was several meters in diameter, but because Dick Cheney got a pacemaker, he didn't want that anymore. So
I'm already
they
lost.
figured out.
Hang on, I'm already lost. What network do we have?
Well, you are part of the W-band or human body communication. You can look those up.
Yeah, let me do that.
And if you find documents from the IEEE, you will get all kinds of information.
Body area network, also referred to as wireless body area network. Is that it?
Yeah, W-band.
Let me read about it. Oh, it's devices that you wear. You have to have a device that you wear.
No, the device has to be close to the body.
Well, it says
But the
wearable
body is
devices.
is the primary source.
But it requires a piece of technology. Like, so not
Yeah.
everybody's in it. You have to have this technology that
Well,
puts you in it.
you have to be close to a Bluetooth, Zigbee, or ANT. So
Alexa.
within a few meters of a device, because the human body makes the most secure internet server, because what they did was they tightened it down to 1 centimeter above the human body, above your skin, so the signal can only go through a direct Bluetooth short range, body to body communication, and that's how they set up webs.
But you have to have one of these devices, right? So
We have to be
I
near
don't have one now.
Yeah, if you're far enough away from one, you can still be used as part of the internet through other systems.
I don't get too deep into this because the device is still getting its power from from wherever you are. And so like them to be able to hack you is not possible, at least not yet.
This all sounds very paranoid and crazy. Like, I think we're just using the internet. I don't know what like, it seems so subtle. Like, the signals are being passed through us as we're using the internet with all this real power running it.
Have
to
you
add
read
some
have
little
you
extra
read
boost
any
that
of the
the power
documents?
is already giving it
Have
plenty
you
of?
read any of the beginning parts of the documents that I have shared?
No, I haven't, but I'm stating
Okay,
my
you
my
should
point.
do that
I'm
first.
making
You
my
should
comments and
do
giving
that
my
first.
reactions, so I just want those on record.
Please
and
do
the
that
video's
first,
capturing
because
it.
you're
I don't
embarrassing.
have any intention of reading any of this shit.
You're embarrassing yourself.
I don't feel embarrassed.
Well, if you read like the first few
I
paragraphs,
personally feel embarrassed for you that you
you
believe all
will
this
be
crazy shit,
embarrassed.
but I'm trying to be polite. I only scored a 12. But if you're gonna come at me, then we can just escalate.
All
Wait,
right.
what you scored
I'm
12?
being very transparent about my reaction. I normally don't even let people come and talk this crazy for this long. I'm trying to wrap it up, actually. So I don't want you to get too comfortable coming on here having these type of conversations. The freak misled you if he made you think that. And then when I do try to understand it and ask questions like, do you need a device? What is this human network,
I
etc.,
answered
I
your
don't
question.
get any kind of clear answer.
I did answer your questions. Now you're saying I didn't.
A clear answer.
All right.
That-
All right. Well, thanks.
Thank you.
Enjoyed talking to you. Have a good night.
You too, sir. All right. Anything else?
No, I thought that was pretty cool. I like him.
Well, the communication broke down. I have to go back and analyze it and figure out exactly how. But somewhere along the way, it broke down. So it's not possible to continue right now.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to answer Angeline's question because we've been talking about.
I
a few
don't even
things.
know either. It was something about we're an antenna network with signals that are being sent through the internet to power the internet, or so, I don't know, because when I tried to understand it and ask questions, the communication broke down.
I don't think I don't know if I've ever really spoken to that guy
Because
before.
the theory seemed to be that we're powering the internet, but like, why? The internet already has power. Why does it need these little micro signals from us when the electricity is giving it way more power than anything we could be giving? It just seemed, it's like one of those, like the other day we were talking about Curlian energy or photography. It's like energy that's so subtle and invisible that my brain doesn't even care about it. We have real energy to power things. Why would I waste my time speculating or thinking about this subtle energy that you like barely does anything, you can't even see?
It's probably paranoia, not being in control, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's more psychology than anything else.
But there is a lot of that.
And what I'm really trying to do is tap into the psychology, and that's where the barrier is, because I can't imagine a state of mind where I would have to spend this much bandwidth paying attention to this stuff. But then also, I don't think in spiritual dimensions either. So people that do, and like the freak said, when you're in these other worlds having these experiences, this stuff means things that it doesn't to somebody like me that just lives in a concrete world.
Yeah, I didn't actually even hear most of the last maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes about the internet and the energy. I was still reading things on a little bit of the Lily Wave and also the what was it? What's it called? It reminded me of body doubling, actually, remote viewing. It sort of reminded me of that. I was still reading remote viewing stuff.
How so?
Oh, I don't know.
You ever see that movie Dreamscape with Dennis?
Yeah,
Quaid?
with Sean Penn.
I always think of that when remote viewing, dreaming stuff, whatever. I always think about that movie. Dennis Quaid, I think.
Yeah, that was creepy growing up.
I think
Now I gotta watch
that's kind of
that
like what
movie.
they were doing.
Oh. Well, I didn't mean to make him cry, but I am preparing him for the real world, because if he goes out in ordinary society and starts talking like this, he's going to cry way more than I just made him.
I think it's fine. He's if you know what, he's probably he's probably a unique fellow, because I don't think anyone else has even really attempted to try and well, actually they probably were. I'm trying to think this all out, but basically, if you could get to the point where you could consistently enter the spirit realm and then go and see and get what you want and come out, that would be pretty impressive.
It would be, and there's people. Oh, thanks. Oh, wow. Now I don't feel so bad. Actually, I feel worse. That I'm actually that money is making the pain go away. that doesn't seem like a good thing.
Vinny's
but thank you,
killing
Vinny.
it. Vinny's the sticker king this week.
He's what? Yeah, you sure are. And I keep forgetting to look at the stickers. I wish StreamYard would show the stickers.
That's a cool avocado with a headband on.
Oh, it's the headband. He did the fist bump earlier.
Yeah, I'm not a blind believer. I don't put a lot of blind faith into things, but what was getting me is that I've talked to many people that have these types of conversations, and this was a whole new flavor. I'd never heard someone talking about
Like
this.
the level of detail.
Yeah, just how much fiction or nonfiction, just how intense and how involved he was into it.
Yeah. And I didn't mind that really. Like I said, I'm not sure why the communication broke down. I'd have to go back and analyze. But I don't think it was the topic itself. It was something about our
I just,
interactions when I started to ask questions. Which this is common, by the way. When I start to ask questions, a lot of times that's what starts the breakdown. It's just either the act of me asking the questions or the questions themselves. But questions can sometimes be the sole catalyst for those kind of breakdowns.
It's probably like when someone just being standoffish, and then they're also giving evidence, and so it's just timing. It's no big deal.
Maybe so. Yeah, I'm not going to take it as that big of a deal. Like I said, it's not my normal content anyway. So.
But yeah, I mean, they don't even know how electric cable works, like how the electric is actually transferred through that through that wire. They don't know if it's inside the core or if it's outside of the wires. So like, we don't know a lot.
Well, I'm not sure that science doesn't know that kind of stuff. That they know enough to create the technology to make it work.
Right. We just don't know how it works.
Well, I mean, in what way?
Like once you get into machine language, which is lower than ASCII, we don't really know what's going on code wise or binary wise or even electron wise, for that matter.
Well, we have. I
But it
know
does
we have
work.
that. At least when I have a degree in this, and when I was studied it, they had the PNP material or the NPN, and it had specific like they knew down to the material how the electrons were in each one, and we did digital electronics, which was all about the electron and the binary, and it seemed to get down to a pretty detailed level. So if you mean they don't know how it works in the sense that physics doesn't know how, like, quantum subatomic particles work, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Like,
But we know how to build computers and make them work and power them.
yeah, right. But like the radio waves that ultimately in the processors are being processed into radio waves from that electric current, like even radio waves being broadcast from a radio station, like an AM station, those waves are penetrating through objects and coming into supposed objects and hitting your antenna, and you're receiving them, and going through our
You
body.
think that means something?
Well, yeah, because how is it all like connected to the same kind of all these billions? It has to be trillions or whatever of atoms and molecules.
Have you
Otherwise,
told
how
the
the hell are we
scientists
receiving
this?
radio waves? How are we able to transmit through radio waves? Like it's really difficult to grasp. Like,
I don't.
is it all
You're right.
connected? You have free
I don't
electrons.
grasp it.
Is it a free electron transfer via a frequency that's bouncing around in a waveform, or
See,
what
this
the
is what
hell
happens
is going
when
on?
people start dealing with concepts like energy. Energy becomes anything you can imagine energy be. It leaves the realm of the concrete and science and the quantifiable, and it becomes whatever my brain takes energy to be, and whatever possibilities I can make of energy, of the concept of energy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what you mean about radio waves and
We'll see if we can get
anything
to
you just
that.
said, really.
If we get to that level of what we know as like the physical world of particles and stuff, you can start to phase that in and out. And like in like Star Trek, you have replicators and you have
Oh,
teleporters.
okay, yeah. I kind of thought we were in the Star Trek realm. I just wasn't sure.
So I think what I was saying before, like Talcott gets whatever depressed, or he wants a better world, whatever.
Now, he wants
That's
it
like
now.
my only kind of disappointment, I guess you'd say, because we should be a lot more advanced than we are right now, in my opinion.
Why would you think that people, like creatures that are more or less apes, barely out of the jungle, should be at the level of advancement that your mind can imagine right now? Why would
Well,
you
because
think?
we're already splitting atoms.
Right, we're apes that are splitting atoms. But why would
Yeah,
you
so
think, like, what you think that would, like, the fact that we can scientific progress or development should correlate to some kind of spiritual or mental development, like
um
psychological or moral development?
um maybe in some way, but like if you could crack that code there, then you have a endless source of energy and you don't have to deplete the planet of the environment, and then you can start working on the other stuff,
Yeah, in a perfect science fiction fantasy universe with
which is possible.
superhumans, we could do all of that, but we're on a planet called Earth with a bunch of monkeys, like
Yeah,
evolved monkeys.
we're definitely in a death spiral, and that's the thing too,
It's
is like
just
with all these.
normal life. It's normal biological life on Earth. It's not a death spiral. It's normal human society, Homo sapiens society.
But you have a convergence of all these things that are basically kind of in a paranoid sense out to get you, like C19, these particles, the food, the chemtrails. It's the
No, I
what
don't
you
think
see
my
so many
food's out to
signs
get me.
of what you see so many signs of convergence like that.
They're
One of them
signs
has to
because
be
your
true.
mind makes them into signs, but they're not signs to me. They're signs to people that see them as signs. But also, I keep coming back to that spiritual dimension because you're seeing it from a totally different perspective than I am. That causes these things to be signs in the first place and have meaning.
Sure, when you have, when the deck's stacked against you when you go into any given situation, right? Like that you're probably going to end up losing in any given situation.
Yeah.
And when you have so many signs, like this and that and the other, and it's all kind of hitting the same strength of the diversity of the populations, then it's concerning.
I didn't get the part about the populations.
When
I
you
know
see
what it's like to have to like feel like things are stacked against you.
Yeah, so when you have that working against your society, it's like a whole Jack Talcott next layer level kind of a thing.
Like when all of society starts to feel that.
Yeah, demoralization. Plus, you
Oh,
have
okay. Yeah, I kind of know what you're talking about. And subjectively, just like looking at it from my little world, it seems like that has increased a bit. And I put that down to social media. Like it seems like since social media came along and we've gotten more connected and we're able to see all these like news stories and information at the tip of our fingertips anytime we want, that has paralleled the increase in what you just described. But
yeah,
I would agree with you. There is an increase in demoralization that
yeah.
I've seen from people in my life.
It's probably all media. Like most of the media is like it used to be. Like I don't know. Like even sports, like it would be like an exciting event. It would be something. It would be fresh. Now it's like everything's like zapping energy. Kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's just my own little like a glass half empty kind of a mindset or whatever. But uh, uh, it's just disappointing that it has to be where they're trying to take out the leader or potential leader of your country just because they want to play power games and worry about money all the time or whatever. Whatever the problem is.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that is. Hey, Goblin,
What's up,
what's up?
bro? How you doing tonight?
Pretty good. How you doing? What's up?
I'm doing all right, man. I just been paying attention to the way that a lot of people been acting. I
Oh,
see that we're going through the change as we have been. You know the episode, bro. I'm just cooling.
Who's
man.
acting up tonight? Acting out, acting the fool.
Oh, who's acting out tonight? Acting the fool. Just the just the basic players, nothing new,
Oh,
really.
no names. My problem is telling who the players are, because everybody is potentially a player.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. We all feed into that at some perspective, right?
Another thing that
Wonderful.
I don't get too deep into that kind of conspiracy is because of if what he says is true about the electric currents and the Lilly particle or whatever that was, that's gonna, in theory, unless they're aliens, they're gonna be subjected to the same kind of a crap. So
Listen, man, we don't have to worry about none of that because when the pole shift happens, the energy current is gonna 100% completely change. Okay?
There
So
you
what
yes,
go.
we're seeing right now that we're thinking is crazy, we have no idea.
He brought
No
he,
idea.
he brought even more. He brought so much crazy that it restored sanity. He brought some
yeah.
counter crazy that I feel balanced now.
So Jeff, do you think that 300 miles of atmosphere between us and the infinite vacuum of space is held together by anything other but God?
I don't I don't know what God is. I don't.
What else is gonna hold us
But
together? He's got to get his
you
shit
say
together,
infinite, but I
Jeff.
don't know that it's infinite. I don't think the universe is infinite.
Love will keep us together.
Love will keep us together. Are you kidding me right now? You believe that one energy
Something
current
keeps
is
us
going to keep
together.
all
Like
of us together
we've been on this
under the guise of love?
It's a
something
song
keeps us
reference
together.
to a 70s classic.
I hear you, bro. I know that song too.
Captain and Tennille, great song.
Wow, are we done?
You don't think it's going to happen? Jeff,
What's gonna happen?
the new world. You don't
What?
think
There's
it's going to
so many, I've
happen?
heard so many new worlds tonight. Which one?
No, the new world. You don't think it's going to happen?
What new world?
There's so many new worlds.
There's no new world.
The
This is the world.
technocracy.
This same world you're in right now is
Then
gonna
the
continue to happen.
technocracy.
Huh?
The technocracy.
I think we're more or less in the technocracy. But I don't think it's a new world. I think it's the same world
That's
transforming
how I feel
itself.
too. That's how I feel too. But the masses don't.
But in some ways that's good. Like I like the technocracy when it makes my life easier because I remember how things used to be, but then I hate it when it frustrates me and puts a bunch of bullshit that I have to deal with that I didn't have to deal with before.
What do you
So
think about the Second
it's very
Amendment?
mixed. The technocracy can work if they do it right or if we do it right.
What do you think about Second Amendment?
I love it.
Cool.
I love the first one too.
I believe you are correct, Jeff. If you can make that manipulate to your way, it could be a very good thing. But everything else is demonic. And yeah, I'm telling you, a Satanist, it's demonic.
Are you a spiritual warfare person too? You believe in spiritual dimensions?
I do, but I don't.
Because
I
that
care,
means
I
humans
care
are not
not.
the ultimate agent. We're
I care
just.
not to share that though. Really,
Playing from on dot 7 tablet.
Uh-oh, what is that? Is that
I don't
That was my
copyrighted?
Alexa.
Okay, I hope she's not copyrighted.
Alexa,
Mr.
beatbox.
B.
I got my headphones in, so that didn't work. That was good though.
I mean, do you think it's possible that thing could really outdo us?
What thing? The AI?
Yeah.
I think it's going to outdo us in some areas, but I think it's not going to touch us in other areas.
Do we have a medium, or have you not
That's what we're
considered
going to
that?
find out. I think the AI future is going to teach us what humans, like where our strength is. What are humans really good at that only humans can do well? And that's what we're going to start to focus on. And then the AI is going to be able to do all the other stuff. And we're gonna learn like where the machine ends and where the human begins.
So there is potential.
Yeah, I think so. I'm a tech optimist, more or less.
That's interesting because I feel similarly about the autistic community.
I'm here.
In what way? That we're like where normality begins and ends.
Where the savants, the geniuses in that community will help run things correctly and efficiently for the rest of humanity.
Oh, and then the rest of us just have to kick back and focus on what we're good at.
Yeah,
Well,
and
In
that,
a way,
hours
you're right
per
because
week.
it's the savants that are giving us the technology in the first place. It's the Spurgs that are inventing.
Yeah,
it,
and
so-
there has to be a golden age at some point here. We're due right now. We're due for all this.
I think the
Yeah.
golden age is any age, because I think the
Absolutely.
golden age is a mental attitude.
it's a dangerous thought, though. I tried writing, I won't say a book, but I tried writing a story about a decade ago about that topic, and it started unintentionally becoming sort of dark.
About the golden age?
No, about the savants taking over as far as
Oh. Well, my ex was one of those, and he was what I call an Aspie supremacist that did believe that he was a superior being that should be running things more than the ordinary masses, and it was very repulsive and obnoxious to be around. You're right.
is
It
that
is. It
called?
did get dark.
Hey Jeff, I'm just curious. Was he into any type of like, the occults, things of that matter? or
Not
no?
the occult, but he was into transhumanism and
Very,
kind of
very
stuff.
much. Yeah.
yeah, and woke.
Star Trek.
He wanted to download his brain into a computer. He wanted to like have all these medical procedures to live forever, like Steve Jobs did. All kinds. It's that like
Okay.
tech world. It's
Yeah,
a
I
bunch of
see-
tech
yeah, I see- I
nerds
see
with a
it.
lot of money that can have all these crazy fantasies and take them seriously. He wanted to sterilize poor people so they couldn't breed. All kind of crazy stuff.
Sounds like Fauci. In that sense,
So it's part like you're right. If those people with those ideas are the ones that end up running things because there's these savants, they're not like I feel the same way about Destiny. I think Destiny comes across as sociopathic to me, but I think that's his I think that's his savantism, like his autism. They're just not in touch with the human world. Their minds don't think that way.
I wonder if he fixed it a little though.
If he would.
Fix it, because I would say Snafu's worse than him.
No, I don't know about that, man.
I don't know. I have them kind of both in the same tier. And none of them are coming to my parties, either one.
At the end of the day, it's a delusion that they're stuck in.
Probably.
who was it you said? I don't know these people, but Snafu, and then who is the other one?
Destiny.
Oh. See, you said the word destiny. I didn't know it was somebody. I thought it was. I'm like, what do you mean,
He's a
destiny?
very famous YouTuber.
He's a famous juvenile delinquent that's old.
There's a lot of those on the tube.
Yeah, speaking of which, the
Vosh.
freak, I hit your ass up on X. I told you to hit me back, bro, and you didn't. Stop the
On
cat.
X?
Anyways, Snafu Snaps admitted that he supports veteran charity fraud. He admitted it.
What is
You're
that?
gonna overlook that?
What is
What?
veteran charity fraud? Is that a YouTuber?
No, the freak knows exactly what I'm talking about. Snafu
No, I don't know what you're
Snaps
talking about.
admitted to supporting veteran charity fraud while he's on
did?
our ass. Remember, Jeff? You know what's up, y'all. Stop acting like y'all don't know what the episode
I
is.
honestly don't. Veteran, is that a person or a thing? Veteran charity
about
fraud?
Is a veteran a person or a thing? What is it?
No, just say it, bro. What do you say?
Snafu Snaps, the one that's been striking your channel because you're a Satanist, and he gets mad because I'm a Christian.
And
Come
was
over here to
raised-
talk
yeah.
to you.
Yeah,
Get
I
all
know. I know
mad.
who Snaps is. I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
Snafu Snaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. All this shit he be talking about that he's against, he admitted that he supports veteran charity fraud.
He probably commits it too. I bet he does. Why would he admit that?
I'm about to
Yeah,
give y'all
nobody.
something.
Oh, okay, Chopper. Yeah, see, I had already forgot all about it. Oh wait, what's going on? Stop. What is that? Hang on. Hang on. Hang
Huh?
on. Hang on. Hang on. Don't. It's what you doing? I'm not. I'm not sure I want to play it. I don't know what's on it.
That
I
sounded
get
like that
nervous.
dumbass whoever.
No, 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 Goblin. Hang on. No, 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 no. I have a hard no snafu content on my channel rule. I don't want his voice, his picture, his face, nothing. You could like, I don't know, put a link in the back or something. But
I
I
don't think
definitely don't want him on my channel.
No, I'm not gonna play nothing else about that. I just want to let y'all know that
I didn't hear what he
admitted
said though.
that
You
he
want
supports everything that he says he's against.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I don't like nobody here
I
even
believe
knows
you.
him or thinks about him or cares about him really.
Is that his actual YouTube name or is that a
Yeah.
nickname?
Well, me and the freak been talking
think he
about
can
this,
keep a
and the
channel.
freak done looked into him, and it appears that Snafu Snaps is not what he portrays. Go ahead.
Oh my god, the Scooby Doo kids got him. No, I mean I. It took me like 2 seconds of seeing him on a stream to know. And everything I
Yeah.
had, like every insight into him I had in those 2 seconds, has proven true. And I've tried to tell other people. I don't know why it's taken people like almost a year to have that epiphany about this guy.
He completely destroyed your relationship with Cynthia and fuck him.
No,
That's what I see.
Cynthia did that. Cynthia did that when she made those videos.
Fuck him anyway.
And she admitted in those videos that everything that the fake Cynthia was saying was stuff that she did believe and agree with. So, like,
That's-
I was
that's
reacting
like
as if
Cynthia.
she actually thought that, but it turns out, yeah, she did think that, even though it wasn't really her.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Jeff.
You
if
can
you're-
go watch the
Wow.
Joe Biden. It's just like Joe Biden threatening to put nukes in Ukraine, and then you saying that it's
No, this is all on the video. You can go watch it on the video.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
what
Jeff.
that's what I love about this medium. Is it like we don't have to argue about this stuff because people could just go see it for themselves. And
Well,
she
yeah,
also
but-
she also made a video where she lied and said that I didn't know she was putting out a video when she came in the Discord 2 or 3 times and she told all of us for days in advance she was making the video. So what a stupid thing to lie about.
That I'm
Pardon
not sure
me.
about.
I don't
All I
understand
know
her
is that
game at
supposedly
all.
Snafu was the one who did it. He got somehow he found an in. And it's his fault as far as I'm concerned. If he wasn't doing that shit, none
Well,
of that would
I
happen.
don't
Snafu
think
didn't
that's
make,
who was
didn't
running
make
that
the video
promo.
attacking me and calling me all those ugly things. Snafu didn't do
Yeah,
that.
after-
Cynthia
after-
did that. Cynthia's
yeah,
a
but-
grown adult person who she made the choice to do that. That is not Snafu.
I don't think
But she
Snafu
was
was
reacting to
running
you.
that show.
Yeah, so she's responsible for her reactions. That doesn't get her a pass. That it was a reaction.
Well, but I would say you get a pass and she gets a pass. So what do you think about that?
No, she doesn't. She doesn't get a pass because she took it to a really childish, ugly, hateful level, and she exposed the black, dark soul that she really has, sitting behind the Christian facade.
Yeah,
She
I mean,
attacked my
you know.
homosexuality. She attacked my autism. She attacked things that had nothing to do with any issue between the two of us. She took
Yeah.
it to this really childish level and outside of the level of how adults would resolve an issue. But that's her pattern anyway. That's what she did with the preacher and everybody else. And that's what I
No.
said from the beginning about her, and it all proved true. And it's all on video.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about that, but if you
no,
think
it is.
about
It
she
is
was
all
fucking
on
with-
video. So that's it.
Yeah.
The truth is
No.
that what I'm saying, you can go watch the video and see that it matches what Jeff's saying. So if you don't know about that, then just go watch the video and then you'll know about it. That's
Well, yeah,
what the
you know I
that's what
know.
the point of saying it's all on video is.
Yeah, I mean, you know that I know that, but
I hope that you know
I'm just
that.
saying. Of course, I know that. I saw her shake her boobs at you. Okay. She was serious. You know, when women do that, you know they're serious. But
No, I didn't
I
know
don't
that.
think it would have happened if you wouldn't have been triggered by dumbass, the fucking dumbass, you know. Then you wouldn't have said what you said, and then she would have said what she said. So it's all his fault. Fuck off.
Right, but I'm responsible. No, I am responsible for what I said, and she is responsible for what she said, and he is responsible for what she said, or he is responsible for what he said. So you have three adults, all responsible for their own words, is how I see the situation.
See, but the whole thing was set up under a false reality that he created because he's a fucking fraud and he impersonated Cynthia, triggered
Right.
you.
Well,
So
he but I
he made the
believed it
comment
was
that you and
I
her
believed
couldn't
it
have
was
been
Cynthia.
cordial.
I didn't know it
You
was
don't
a
think
troll
that
at the time. I thought I was talking to the real Cynthia. So what I
right?
was saying in response to what I thought she was saying were my legitimate thoughts and reactions that I would say in that situation. He didn't make me say anything. And it turns out that the things that I was reacting to that the fake troll was saying was things that Cynthia herself agreed with anyway. So it could have been the real
What do
Cynthia
you
because
mean?
she would have been saying the same thing. So the troll knew her psychology so well that he was able to imitate how she would actually be if she were the real Cynthia.
That's kind of fucking crazy. I mean, that's like conspiratorial level and shit. Like, fuck them, you know?
It's just he hit gold that day. His troll
Yeah,
instincts were very good. Or
yeah.
Cynthia's
He's a
that
fucking
transparent.
punk.
One of the
Actually,
two. But
he's a piece of
Snafu
shit.
nailed her psychology perfectly.
Yeah, well, they have been like, you know, she's been part of. They've been fucking with her a lot too. I don't know if you know, but she was always
Oh,
being,
she
you
brings
know,
it on herself. Just
probably
like I said,
does,
watch the videos.
probably does, you know. But that's part of the streets out here. Like, you know, that's like
It's
it's a
the streets
street pride
because these are
cred.
street people. They make it the street. My channel's not the streets because I don't make it the streets. This is all they know. She's the streets because that's all that she ever will be because that's all that these people will ever be. That's all they know is how to make something street. But
Right?
there's
But
plenty
it
of
ties
panels that
into
are not street. But she's not going to be on those.
no. But if you want to maintain credibility out in the street, you got to maintain your credibility out in the street.
Oh well, I'm not looking to. That's my point. That's the only avenue for credibility she has. So she has to maintain her credibility with this. I don't. I have other groups that I have credibility with. I don't need the street credibility.
Well, you know, I mean, people have egos. You know, I just know whose fault it was. You know, and yeah, you can say that she wouldn't have said. You know, she would have said that. It was. I don't know. It's all his fault. He destroyed a good thing, and
No,
fuck him. I don't like
I
him.
think you're
I
it's
don't like
like I
him.
said, it's three adults. We're all responsible for what we said. Nobody's a victim here. And I don't know what your goal is. Trying to
Well, you
her
think about
actions
it.
were pretty deplorable. I don't know what your goal is in trying to redeem
His
them.
deception led to destroying a good thing.
It wasn't a good thing. Even according to her, it was a rotten thing from like beneath that she just didn't realize. So even by her own words, it wasn't a good thing.
Maybe, you know, maybe I don't know, but still,
So I
wrong.
think, and I think she would agree, that the troll exposed an existing something that was there anyway that both of us, the troll helped us to realize. But there was something there that would have come
Okay.
out at some point because she thought all this stuff that I didn't think know that she thought. And she had all these issues with my autism and my homosexuality that I didn't know she had.
Well, you know, maybe, you know, we should thank
Well,
him. Actually, we should
according
thank
to her, if you take her word for it, she did. So
him. No,
but
I
then
saw
she
that
did lie,
movie.
so I don't know.
The lying I don't know so much about, you know, but I did see those videos, and man, she really was like, she laid into you pretty good, man.
Yeah,
You know,
she's a
but
hateful, nasty little troll. Who she's a content producer, and she admits to that at least. At least she's
okay,
honest about she's producing, and her mind is always thinking of content. So she's very transparent
yeah,
about that. So this was content for her, but at my expense, at the expense of a friendship.
yeah, which sucks because Snafu's a
But
fucking
again,
asshole.
that's her. That's not Snafu, and that's not me. That's her. That's her deciding to do this. She's a grown
Well,
person.
maybe you see because maybe you guys had a discussion and everything was good from then on, and happily
Well,
ever
she didn't.
after,
She didn't
you
do
know,
that. She would have made a video instead.
right? But
She didn't
see,
say
like
let's have a discussion. In fact, when she came in the room and told us she was making the video, I asked her, did she want to talk? She's like, no, wait till the video. You'll see it all in the video. So I even gave her the option to have a discussion, and she said no, she'd rather do the video.
and that was before the event happened with Snafu, right?
No, this was after.
It was after,
She didn't
but
she didn't decide to make the video till the event with Snafu.
but wait, are you sure about that, or wasn't there something coming out though, and then it like
No, as far as I
okay,
know, it was the Snafu was the catalyst for the video.
all
Because
right,
the video was in reaction to what me and Moose said as a result of the troll.
that was a while ago, so I don't know if I remember,
Well, it's
but
all on video.
yeah, well, yeah, on video.
Nothing. There was nothing going on at all whatsoever until the troll showed up.
Right, that's what I said.
Except that she had these issues with me that I didn't know she had related to my autism and my homosexuality that I did not know she had, and I had issues with her that I thought she knew that I had because I had been open about it with her and the preacher.
I think you're both pretty accepting, and so unless she was really hurt, Jeff, I don't think she would have went that low because
But she did.
like
So she
did. I know she did.
showed who she is when she did that. She showed who she is because there's other people that would have gone a different way. So that's what I go off of. I go off of people's actions, and I go off of what they say in relation to what they do. Say it, mean it, do it. Those all three have to line up. Hey, Dingo.
Yeah. Maybe the church means that much to her, and it really just hurt her right to record, just like you were hurt.
Well,
to
I
your
mean, you can excuse and defend her all you want, but I know
I'm just
what I
saying.
saw in those videos, so
No, the
I'm
video
going
it
off
was,
of
it was
that.
yeah. But
And
you know,
off of that, she lied, and I don't keep liars in my life. Once people expose themselves as a liar,
I'm not sure. I mean, see, that's where I'm confused. Okay, you
well,
say
you can
that's
go
lie,
watch the
but
video where she
how could
says
she lie
that
about the video when she told you it was coming out, and you said it wasn't coming out before the event? So like, that's where I'm confused.
she said that I did not know the video was coming out. That I'm going around lying. She tried to make it seem like I was lying when I said I knew in advance the video was coming out. That I actually did not know that, and that is a lie. She came in 2 or 3 times in front of other people and told me she was making that video.
Okay,
She
and
said it was
that's
gonna be
about the
about me and
preacher.
Moose. And then she
Okay,
goes on a video and says that no, she never said that, and I had no idea the video was coming out, and I was lying when I said I knew the video was coming out. She even announced it ahead of time on YouTube and then took it down and postponed it till like 24 hours later. She did that once or twice. So she even had the thumbnail up days before she made the video. Why would she say I had no idea the video was coming out? None of it makes sense. She is a liar. And she is a hateful person.
so she told you that it was coming out, but then she told everyone else that you didn't know it was coming out.
Yes, in the video. All
That's
this
really
on
just
one of those videos she made venting about this. She says that in the video because I remember when I got to that part and I'm like, that's a lie. She was in that room 2 or 3 times in front of other people saying she was making this video. I have no idea why she's now saying that never happened, and I'm lying about it.
It doesn't make any sense unless it's like for the show.
Because she's lying. Why is that so hard for you to accept? She is lying.
Yeah, it's a lie. I know that's a lie. That's not good. That's like, I mean, it's not as bad as Snafu, but she could have been just doing a Showtime.
That's
thing.
how these trashy people thrive because they get people to see them as better than they are.
Well,
Like she's blatantly an awful person, but people try to redeem her in their mind by making her seem like she's better than she is. She lies. She trashes people in very hateful ways and goes after parts about them that they have no control over, like their sexuality or their autism. She made fun of my rocking. She kept calling me a girl. She kept calling me Jeffrina. All
yeah,
of that is uncalled for. She threw herself in the gutter to come after me.
she had to be pretty hard to go that low, don't you think?
I don't know why she did it, and even if she's hurt, that doesn't excuse it. That doesn't excuse when she's acting out. If that's her acting out of hurt, that's her showing you what she is, who she is. Because you can
Well,
go watch somebody else act out of hurt and see a different type of character. You can watch me act out of hurt and watch me not say that to people.
yeah,
So that's the difference. I don't know how you prefer
you
that to
didn't.
people that do it a better way. Like you talk about being Christian and then you elevate the worst parts of humanity at the expense of the people that actually are trying to do it in a more enlightened way. Like
Right.
Cynthia seems like the victim here, and I'm the one that just
No,
doesn't understand or needs to be compassionate or she was hurt. No, I'm the one that got lied to, lied about, and attacked. She's not the victim. She's
no.
living less of a Christ-like life than I am, and she's getting all the support and everybody rallying around her, and I'm being painted as the one that's confused and insensitive.
No, I mean, I'm not making you feel like that.
Well,
I hope.
if that is the impression I'm getting from our conversation right now, and Bex is in the chat saying 100%. So if I'm mistaken, you can correct me, but I have a thing that people that watch this video might have the same impression. It really looks like you're simping for Cynthia hardcore and tried to
Alex,
make it seem like some shortcoming on my end as to why I
Alex.
don't understand the situation accurately.
Okay, I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. That hurt. Like, yeah, you're
What
you're
hurt?
probably right. Well, I mean, I didn't realize. Like, I'm not trying to like stick. I'm not really that hard on like sticking up for her or whatever. But I realize that's what it looks like.
Well, that's what it looks like to me. She lied about me. She attacked me. She made several videos about saying very ugly things about me. And it's all about poor Cynthia. And why doesn't Jeff understand and be more compassionate toward her? That's
Well, I
fucked
mean,
up to ask me to be compassionate to somebody that did that to me.
well, I'm just saying it's whose fault it is. The fucking clown, idiot, moron.
Cynthia made those videos. Cynthia
Yeah.
said those ugly, hateful things about me. Cynthia lied. Nobody but Cynthia. Why are you trying to find a way to excuse her behavior? That's enabling. And as a Christian, how does that help her?
It doesn't. It was pretty bad. It was really bad, and but it's the whole thing started out on the lie because of that fucking clown turtle, idiot moron, who, right? So you both are victims, quote unquote, really, because
I'm not a victim.
you had at least you had maintained at least some cordial. She could be pleasant, she could be nice, whatever.
And honestly, DeFreak, after the troll day, I didn't know we had an issue. She messaged me, we talked about it. I thought it was done. She said we're cool.
All right.
So
That's good.
even the day the thing happened, it seemed like it was resolved, except it wasn't on her end. But she didn't tell me any of that.
Looking back as a Christian, she's going to regret that. But I mean, she, it speaks for itself, man.
I don't care about Cynthia or what you think about her. I'm trying to clear my part of it. I don't want you thinking that it was something
No.
about me or that I did something on my end that
No.
made the situation be like. I'm trying to clear my part of it.
I mean, I think you're clear. I'm just saying the trigger for me, it's the overall. I like you
The
both.
catalyst. I would say the catalyst was snafu.
Yeah. And it's a niche in his cigarette case or whatever that song is, or whatever, and that irks me because I like you both, and you had a good thing going, and little You know, a little evil destroys much
But
good.
it wasn't a good thing though. If that's what she really thought about me this whole time, it was a fake thing. It was never a good thing. She pretended like she was cool with me, but she really wasn't this whole time because she had all these ugly thoughts.
You know, maybe um, it was bad. You know, it was bad. It was so.
I
You
mean,
know,
I'm
I
fine.
agree with.
My life did get worse.
Well, she, it was pretty bad. Like I've never seen her like that. You know, maybe Paul got her that. Maybe Paul got pissed her off that time once or whatever.
She's a trash monger. She's content creating, and she
Yeah.
deals in like low tier trash drama. That's
Uh,
her strength.
Troll sales. You know, I understand.
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean,
know,
I see
it
her on
was
some of
pretty
the
mean.
panels. I know what like topics she gravitates to,
Yeah.
and what kind of mess she likes to play at, what kind of messy level she likes to play at.
I mean, think about
So
it. You
she's
know,
making a name for herself. She picks fights with people, and then she does these big dramatic like attack videos, and she's making a name for herself, but she's getting a reputation for herself in the process. Nobody's gonna want a relationship with this person in real life.
I don't know. You know, I haven't thought about that, but
Oh.
I don't know. You know, if she's doing good, that's fine. You know, I just stuff who annoys me, and like who's to say you guys couldn't have been collaborating and actually swapping audiences, and like growing with that's what
Because I
interests me.
think her
But
feelings about me would have come out at some point when we were
maybe
together.
you're right
If
about
that's
that.
what was in her, I would have picked up on that at some point.
Possibly.
So
Panelverse is crazy, man. I didn't realize it. Like, just being a paneler, like I didn't realize it until Bex told me a lot of stuff, and I was like, it was like prison politics or something almost. It's like,
well, yeah, half of them I think were. That's probably where they learned it from.
yeah, at midlife.
That's a good way to put it, Freak. That puts it in perspective.
As far as Barney goes, man, he has the weirdest timing with like his personality,
Who's Marty?
and so Barnabas.
Who? Oh, Yeah.
He's just got like the worst timing of like different parts of his personality. Like things be going great, and then he comes in with some like just off the wall, kind of degrading, kind of like icky. It's like what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
with
I
it?
don't think there's any fixing that one. You just kind of have to roll with whatever he
Right.
brings.
Right. Anyhow, I had fun. Thanks for having me out, man.
Yeah, you too, Freak. I always enjoy our conversations. I hope we. I felt like my credibility was in question, and that's what I was defending more than anything.
I understand.
So as long as we're clear on that, or the viewers are clear on that.
Yeah. No.
I don't know, Moose.
Hopefully
You
we
want to
can
come
look
up?
back
I
and
don't
laugh
have
at it
to.
one day.
I can
Hopefully,
keep
you
it
can
going.
look back at it and just laugh one day. But it was
No,
it's not
not when people. There's a certain line, and when people say the things she did, it crosses it. And I think
Yeah.
that to me, for most sane, normal people, that would be a line. And there's no going back from stuff like that. Like I said,
yeah, I
she showed
understand.
she showed who she is and how low she's willing to go. And so that's all I need to see. I have
Yeah,
standards.
and you're the opposite. You show class and we're more mature. But
I'm trying to show an alternative, I guess, to prison politics. I'm trying to show a better way, a different way. Uh,
you know what else? I bet you she was getting a lot of heat from the church and her potential churches, and like it was probably
she
just a
brought it on
really.
herself.
I know it was probably just the whole thing is effed up, and it's Snafu's fault. It's like Bush going into Iraq.
The
with her
preacher
smoke.
thing is not snafu. That happened before snafu.
Right, but if she was going through that stress while it happened, then that's a trigger.
Is that a woman? Like, does that excuse thing? If people are going through stress, that it makes their actions somehow less destructive than they were? And
It
is it
doesn't.
something that
No,
it's a gender? Do women get more of a, oh, you got to understand it's her
yeah,
chemicals than men do?
they
Or do
do.
men get the I was under stress pass too?
No, we don't get shit. They get all of that, and it's to the point where, in terms of like criminal sentencing, it's almost got to be subversive at this point. It's got to be part of demoralization, in my opinion. It's that bad right now. That's a whole nother.
Well, why feed it then? She's not getting that from me. No way.
I think what it does, like from your point of view, what it does is it can help compartmentalize it a little bit, and then you can like kind of start, healing a little bit from it.
I don't have anything to heal. I'm fine. I have nothing to heal from. In my view, I got somebody very destructive out of my life that was bad for me and the community. And so it was
Yeah,
a win for me. It was nothing but a win.
yeah. I mean, heck,
So I
we
don't
should
need
thank
healing.
Snafu.
Like,
We should thank him.
I'm
I,
fine. My community's
healing is
fine.
probably the wrong word. It's more like get over it kind of a thing, because
I'm over it. In fact, I haven't
right,
talked
right.
about it in weeks and weeks and weeks until tonight.
Right. So if you understand, like she had that, emotional trauma that triggered her, or it just helps
Yeah, she's a
to
grown
kind of
woman.
get over it. When you
She's
realize that.
She's a grown woman. I don't want to be the victim of her trauma. If her trauma is the reason she made all those hateful videos about me and Moose, I don't want to be the victim of that. That's not how you handle trauma.
That was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. You know.
Yeah, he's making excuses for Cynthia.
No, I mean, the videos speak for herself, as herself. I'm not a judge, so I'm not going to judge anyone like that or anything. But it was pretty bad. Like, as a Christian, she's definitely going to regret that later in her testimony. But maybe not now, because maybe you two did. It was always fake relationship, but even still, nobody would say those kind of things unless they were hurt themselves, in my opinion.
Maybe. But you don't get to hurt other people like this. I'm hurt, so I'm going to hurt all these other people.
That's what it's about in the street, is payback.
It's payback for imaginary slights. We didn't do anything to her. That's what she does. She does what she did with the preacher. She imagines some slight, and then she gets revenge for something that only happened in her head.
Unfortunately, that seems to be the case. I don't know the story there, but it could be the case.
Yeah,
Maybe
she says that.
Maybe
She
fucked
admits
up
it
really
in the
bad.
video, that her brain
Yeah.
is always thinking of content, and she thinks of everything in terms of what kind of content will it make.
Well, that's one thing, but not trusting your preacher and then making allegations and triangulating him, that's a whole nother thing. And then if it failed, then she has to take a look in the mirror, and that's not easy.
Well, and I told her that. That's all her. She said all the people at her church stopped talking to her. I said, well, because you look at what you did with the preacher. You went on. Women do this thing, or anyone can do it, but there's a high proportion of women called relational aggression, where they attack reputations, they
Right.
attack character, they attack the social standing of people. And she went after this preacher without even talking to him. She starts spreading all her
Yeah.
issues about him with all these people, and they all stopped talking to her, which I would have done too, because the very first thing I would have thought is, oh, if she's doing that to him, she could do it to any of us. If this is how she
The
handles
difference-
when she has an issue with someone. So all she did was signal to these people, again, what kind of person she is. And people that are not invested in defending people like this, people that don't do prison politics or street politics, we stay away from that. Like, that's not a sign of health or anything we want to be involved in. That's a sign of dysfunction.
Yeah, I don't blame you, but
So if that's Christ or
there's a difference,
Christianity, no
though.
thank you. I will stick with Satan.
Yikes. What I could say is, if you look at Cynthia was probably, even though that's what happened with the preacher in the church, she probably wasn't necessarily aware or plotting or planning it.
Well, that's her problem.
Away.
She's a grown.
Whereas
She's a grown woman.
Snafu does. Okay, so the intent, the result is the same shit and destruction on both sides, right? But the intent of Snafu versus the I don't know, since the testimony, maybe she was trying to set him up, but I would think not.
But Moose and I became the target.
Right.
So
Right.
because of what Snafu did, she decided to go on the attack against me and Moose, who's
Yeah,
not even
because you were saying
Snafu. Neither one
stuff.
of us were Snafu.
Right.
And then
You were
she showed
saying
her
stuff.
ass in the process.
Yeah. I mean, what you said was, like, yeah, it's basically gossiping, reputation destruction, blah blah blah. But where she went was like the next. It was bad, man. It was all bad, and it was all because of one person's intent to be a fucking asshole, and it worked.
Yeah, that's what Freak was saying, that hurt people try to hurt other people. That she did out of hurt because she was hurt. She wanted other people to hurt, and I think that's immature. I think it's dysfunctional. I think it's trashy. I think it's low class. Like, I don't, when I'm hurt, I don't go out and try to find how many people can I hurt to make myself feel better.
That's the streets, though.
That is a street thing.
Yeah,
I'm just
think
not
so.
street enough, I guess.
probably not. But
Do they, like, is that something you learned in childhood? Because even growing up, we had sibling rivalry and we were always fighting with each other. But if one of my siblings hurt me or we got a fight, I didn't go try to, like, hurt all my other siblings as a result. If I had beef, if somebody I was pretty easy to get along with unless you started beef with me, and then I would fight with that particular person. I would be very careful not to let it affect my relationship with people that were not involved in that thing. So I was always able to compartmentalize who I had an issue with.
Definitely on YouTube, it's more of a social status issue. It's not just your own ego now. It's your
like an
status
honor
on the
culture.
street. It's like your status on the street. Your pimp hand ain't strong, then no one's gonna buy your shit.
Well, to me, she didn't come. If she thought she was coming off as strong, that was a pretty pitiful portrayal of strength. It looked desperate,
Man,
like
it was
somebody
rough.
that has to, like, attack people for their sexuality or, like, autism.
It was pretty bad, man.
Right, like that is not strength.
No, that's I don't
She's showing what a little goblin troll she could be. So she's gonna, it's the Snafu level of audience that she's gonna impress most, ironically. So Snafu succeeded in taking her down to his level, which is the level he knew she was at to begin with when he was imitating her. That's why the troll was so successful.
I don't know about that. You might be right.
Street
Fuck that
psychology.
Fuck that punk anyway. He's gonna get what he's gonna get. Whatever that is.
Snafu is so harmless if you ignore. It's like an ad block. He's like an ad. I just ad block him, and I never have to see him or worry about him at all. Snafu feeds off of as much attention as you give him. That's the only power he has.
Well, what about your audience? Don't you care that he calls us Pogo supporters because we
Why
watch
would I
you?
care? Who that I'm gonna care about is gonna take him seriously?
Goblin, I mean, he watches you and he's all
Goblin was
all
fine
the time.
tonight. He seemed
Yeah.
fine. We didn't have.
Well, yeah, he knows the deal, but
So it didn't affect Goblin. It didn't affect Goblin and I's relationship.
right, but he's still your audience member.
Yeah, he came out like he's still watching and coming on panels. So
Right.
So yeah, no. If the answer is no, I don't worry that Snafu
So
goes
if he's
around and says
attacking
this
your
because
audience,
it's not affecting anything.
if he's
Snafu has no power. He has the power you give him, and I give him this 0.
Okay, but that's kind of the pacifist position. But if you cared about your audience, some would say, well, then you would
He
fight for
doesn't come here. He doesn't. He doesn't impact my audio. Like Snafu is not connected with my audience. I don't have to
Yeah,
protect them
he's
from
out here
Snafu
insulting.
because he's
He
never over
says
here. They never see him.
Snafu says that we're pedos because we watch you, Jeff.
So
So you want your audience to
if
be
you,
labeled that?
if you want to, if okay, I'm gonna put this out right now. If anybody out there wants to stop watching me because Snafu thinks you're a pogo pedo, you have my permit. I will not feel bad. I will not take it personally. If freak, if you want to stop watching me because of how Snafu thinks of you, this
No,
is your
I don't
chance.
care.
I'm not gonna.
I don't
I'm
care.
not gonna hold it against you.
But basically, he's insinuating that you're a pedo pogo because that's how he's attacking your audience. Us.
I know because that's how
basically.
everybody's a pedo. He has one button that
Right.
he presses on everybody over and over and over.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right.
So
You're,
why? How?
you're right.
Oh, how? What? How much
You're
am I
right.
supposed to care about that?
No, you're right. Actually, when I think it through, you are definitely right. But I could still hate him, so I am. All right,
Yeah, I don't. He doesn't come on my pet. I don't let him on.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, this
I
is a
reported him for
snafu
that.
free zone, snafu proof. It's
I
many.
mean,
There's many trolls that don't come here,
I was
and my
so
audience
upset about
never
that,
notices
Jeff, that
because
I
they're never
reported him
here.
for that. I reported him for that because of you guys. I love you guys that much.
Oh,
I did. I
for the
reported him
trolling
for that.
issue.
I was pissed off. You know.
I was kind of like looking back on that day. I'm like, he definitely gets the award this week. That
Yeah.
was some. I don't think he intended it to have that outcome, but I
Yeah,
know
well,
he was riding high that day.
Yeah, he was definitely riding high that day. That piece of shit, nobody. I'm
That might
surprised he
be
didn't write a
Paul.
rap. I'm surprised he didn't write a rap about it. A stupid, wannabe Cypress Hill on crack rap about it.
And honestly, he did. He did get somebody out of my life that I didn't realize. Because that's one of my weaknesses. I will have people around that I shouldn't, but I don't realize it. And it takes stuff like that sometimes to make me realize. And then they get shaken out of my tree. And so
Yeah.
he actually did me a great favor there.
So he got rid of a chameleon. Maybe you already knew she was kind of a chameleon, but he got rid of the bitter chameleon. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so. So
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I still like her, but
yeah, I mean,
it's just
other people. I don't. I have friends
Playing
that
from
like her.
on .7 tablet.
Anyway, it's a shame. But the world is like that. Like we were talking about, it's a fantasy world, thinking about that kind of physics and stuff like that. We can't even get along because we got people that are crazy calling each other names and saying, doing what they're accusing everyone else of doing, evasion by accusation. And it sucks.
What you gonna do?
I don't know.
All I could do is try to find the people that are not doing that, and then, like, okay, at least they're different from these people that are doing this. So maybe there'll be another way of doing things with these people. That's my only strategy, really.
Yeah. That's pretty cool what Moose says there about. Hopefully, I don't know, he could find, maybe he'll go to Clubhouse or something, that they do a lot of that stuff on Clubhouse or X. I think X has
All he really needs is a bunch of rooms he can go in and out of and pull his pedo pogo string. He'll be fine, like a cat toy.
Pedo pogo string. I should make a sticker or a doll or something. I like that. All right, man. I kept you on long enough, I guess.
Yeah, it was fun.
I had fun.
I guess I'm I guess it was productive.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I like our conversations.
What about wait, one more thing. Like between you and midlife I'm gonna get it wrong. Midlife Bro Logic. I think that's right.
Barnes.
I mean, there's you guys think I mean, it's weird. It's like Oscar and whatever and The Odd Couple.
Oh, I know. I don't know what to make of it. It's so, I don't know if I've ever been in a relationship like with a straight guy before. I don't know
Yeah,
what to make of it.
he's
He asked me on a
probably
date tonight.
fucking gay.
He asked me on a panel date.
Oh my god, dude! So those movie clips are, he's not bad, but the situations are so
And the
weird.
irony is I might act like I would never think about it. He's not even somebody that would register. But after our interaction, now I'm like, well, I
Nuh-uh.
might actually date somebody like that.
No,
It's
nuh-uh.
throwing me off. It's like like I was very clear that no, I would never date someone like that. And now I'm like, would I date
Oh
someone
my
like that? I don't know.
god,
I might kind of, but I don't think it would work.
that's wow, that's insane, man.
He's queering
He's
the
fuck-
gay guy.
he's I hope he's watching. I hope he sees this. Oh man! All right, that's all right. I'm
All
gonna
right,
get
enough
out of here
circus
now,
for one
man.
night.
Yeah.
The elephants
See you
get
later,
some
brother.
sleep, and the
Thank you.
clowns.
Yeah.
All right. Well, actually, the plan was, so here's the thing. I'm going to put the link in the chat. P.F. Young, tomorrow morning, let's see what time. He's doing his live call-in show, which he does more or less every Saturday. And so that's happening tomorrow at 8:30 my time. And so my plan was to kind of I'm a Satanist. I don't forgive shit. She fuck with a Satanist. She's gonna take her consequences. The Christians can go cupcake and sip for her all they want. The Satanist is done with her ass. I'm done. Live in 6 hours. So there's the link. So my plan was to wake up and go hang out on his channel. I kind of help out there, and then maybe from there do an after show and try to do another all day stream. And but that was before I knew I'd be going till 2 in the morning today. So we'll see how it goes. But I did intend to do an all day stream tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to at some point start a stream tomorrow morning and keep it going until the evening. Definitely that. And what does forgiveness mean in this case? Because I moved on. Like, I forgot all about her. I gave her space. We remember the porcupine quills. We found a comfortable distance, and I thought everything was fine. So what exactly does forgiveness mean in this case? Because I more or less let it go. I don't bother her. She didn't bother me. The only reason it even came up tonight is because the freak brought it up. Yeah, this morning. Yeah, like 6 hours. So that's my plan. I'm gonna try to make PF Young, and then after that, I'm gonna try to do an all-day stream. But it depends on how much sleep I get from here. Oh, in that case, yeah, I forgive. I forgave that day. Like, and you know what really did it? It's two things. Is the lie. Like, once people lie, then I know. I know right there. Okay, if they have to lie, they've already lost. If they have to resort to distorting reality to make their case, then they've already lost. And then the insults. Like, all those really childish insults about being gay and girly and autism and rocking and spurging, like, it's stuff that children would say on a playground. So when she took it that low and lied, like, all that in one video, I was like, oh, okay, I know. This is easy. Yeah, no, I don't hold resentment. I don't even think about her. I mean, we were never that attached to begin with. We knew each other from panels, and then we had mutual friends, and we'd watch TV. Like, she'd hang out on Discord and watch shows with us. So it wasn't this big, deep friendship to begin with. Oh, okay. Does that mean should I hold the panel? You're coming up, or you're getting your day started? because I could also wrap mine up, and because like I said, I'm gonna pretty much be streaming all day tomorrow, so there'll be time tomorrow too. In fact, I tried. This happens with Freak and I every single time. I try to wrap up, and 2 hours later, me and the Freak are finally ending. But I think I really will try to end. And if not, if for no other reason but for the practice of learning how to end streams. All right, that's what my body was telling me. You know me, I want to keep going, and I want to hear more tea and insight, have conversation. But I think the body, especially if I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll be out tomorrow.